Hello, everybody. We are live. Mad hasn't turned up, so
Man, you sound a bit different,
cut
there,
out.
lad.
Hello. Hello.
hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god, you put
Hello.
it on already.
Oh, well.
Learn to code. I mean, of all the ironies, I'm a fucking programmer, you dicks. That's how I started my career.
Oh, hi, Gabby.
Hello.
I thought you started your career in porn.
No, that's just that was later in life. It was. You know,
He had to be he had to be shown the porn when he was in the military first.
you had to venture out.
Well,
Actually, MC, he never needed to be shown porn because he was in the Navy.
Oh,
How fucking very dare you? No, I'm not having that.
He's in the Navy.
I'm not having that. I was in the signals, mate. Queen's
I
Lancashire
believe he said he
Regiment, but
was-
that didn't make me a queen.
So
Wait a-
you're not going to admit to being a fish head, then?
No, afraid I can't do that for you.
Okay.
Wait, did the rest of your body code to sacrifice for fish and chips?
What?
You said you were a fish head.
I didn't.
Oh,
I called him a fish.
Again, keep blacking out, don't you? Stop it.
Oh, God. Right. Just so we're absolutely clear, there is no plan. There is literally... I've started the stream. Let's hope someone can come up with something interesting to talk about.
Okay,
Oh.
for starters, Jensen, you need to turn on the live chat.
it's live. We're live.
Oh, we?
No, the live chat.
She's right next to him.
My God, we just got shanghaied. I didn't know this was happening.
We are now
You
live.
didn't realize I wasn't mad.
It's
Was
Mad
pseudo
Dodge.
mad.
It's Mad Dodge's stream. I don't know which number it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
pretty
yeah.
much. I just went with Mad's late, you're stuck with us.
Oh,
Jensen,
Yeah?
the live chat where people do the typing is
The
disabled for this stream.
Yeah.
I don't know how to turn it on, so anyone got a good idea?
Tickle it.
I'm coming in.
B, please save the stream. You take care of that. And well, MC, you're a Marine. We don't plan, we improvise. So
I'm not a Marine. Where did you get back to the idea that I'm a freaking Marine?
Hey, he's not
Your
he's
alias
not
is
CIA
MC.
either.
No,
No,
I'm not
you're
CIA either. And the
I-
chat is
I-
fun, and
I
the people can chat.
apologize. I know your army. I deliberately mislabeled you, misbranched you, mismilitaried you.
Common
It's
Sense
all right.
Guy is already chatting with us.
Who?
Common Sense Guy.
Oh, hey,
He's already
CSG.
in the stream.
The chat's working then.
Yeah,
What are you
oh,
talking about, B? You're hallucinating, girl. You see, it means you're contagious. Stop it. Stop giving this whatever it is you've got.
Gave it to me first.
I
See,
didn't.
chat is enabled. What's disabled is comments.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah, but comments are always disabled during the stream, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's just normal.
Dude, what if you could do comments live?
What if you could? What difference would it make?
Well,
How much more of a shit show?
You can. That's what a chat is. The
that's
chat,
what
the-
live
the-
chat literally is,
Yeah.
dude.
So what is it that you guys want to discuss today?
What's wrong with memes?
What's wrong with memes?
Dude.
well,
We can only
Sorry, we
stream
don't
for
have that long, do we?
first of
Yeah.
all, I'm not going to put myself through the fact that would require me to start to try and get into memes' head. And as sweet and sticky as it probably is, I will never get out. I have no intention of going in there.
I have Q-tips.
Hey, you think you're sweet and sticky?
Because his head's a marshmallow.
Wait a sec. Do you have peep?
Oh, can we cook it?
I do like peeps, but I like eating peeps. I don't like sticking them in my brain.
Oh, well, that would be silly.
pizza flavored marshmallow. There you go.
Oh my god.
Does that exist?
Peeps?
Oh, God.
There will be. Someone's going to do fucking marshmallow pizzas now.
Oh, Ben Jer's made
Wow.
French fry flavored ice cream at one point.
Yeah. And
You
look at
get it
those
with
fat
ketchup swirls.
Yeah, hopefully they'll die from diabetes.
Oh, dude, actually, one of the best things about Ben and Jerry, when you're actually in Vermont, sometimes they'll sell the rejected ice cream where they got the amounts incorrect. I got like a caramel fudge swirl, like the entire center was all caramel and fudge. It was amazing.
See, you see why I don't want to go into the. Let's dive into what makes memes stick.
I get it. Like I said, it was a challenge to come up with an idea. So
Okay. Well, I threw an article in the chat.
Oh, what's this?
And this is, the UK always has these wonderful articles. This is from Pakistan, where the Supreme Court of Pakistan has declared that this woman, who is a Christian, did not blaspheme against Islam, so therefore she shouldn't be stoned to death, even though she's in hiding, and the Islamists are now rioting in the capital demanding she be executed.
Oh, yeah,
With
this
all
is a
due
woman.
respect, MC, the problem here is the Daily Mail, according to NewsGuard, is an unreliable source.
Well, I can't say
Just
that's
saying.
unreasonable. I can't say that's unreasonable to say it, but but this woman has been trying to find a place for sanctuary. I mean, we gave Salman Rushdie sanctuary. I mean, it cost us a bloody fortune. He had MI5, protecting him 24/7 because of the fatwa and stuff. Maybe that's all it is, really. It's a cost. I mean, we can't afford to keep fucking 24/7 surveillance on people.
Well, this
Every
woman is
single
trying
person.
to. This woman is trying to get out of the country, and right now they're doing everything they can because they're going to catch her and they're going to kill her.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. And there've been loads of people have been trying to get her into this country, to get a sanctuary. But
what's really
no countries will accept her apparently. But we're also Western and modern, and you just thought a woman's shelter would have invited her or something.
What's really bad about this case is the fact that excuse me, the Supreme Court of the country. The reason they said that she shouldn't be executed wasn't because she, if she blasphemed against Islam, that people shouldn't get killed. The reason that they're saying is that there's absolutely no evidence that she did blaspheme Islam, and that it was probably just made up by these people who want her freaking killed.
Well, that still means that her life is in extreme jeopardy by a bunch of fundamentalists, and that's justification enough to do. I mean, that's actually a refugee as opposed to an economic migrant. Right. So she's got more right to refugee status.
This girl or woman, young woman, whatever, she hasn't done anything. She didn't go out of her way to make a case or anything else. Somebody brought false witness against her, and they want to kill her for it.
Yep.
This is the kind of backwards kind of nonsense that goes on in this kind of world. And what's scary to me is it's that mindset. It's that similar mindset, okay, that's going on in this country as well.
But they want to take us back to the medieval times. What do you expect? They're looking forward to the days when we're back in, 600 AD or something. So where they just basically level whatever charge that they want to get rid of whatever undesirable the community has now determined is undesirable. Full feudal.
It's a witch. Burn her.
Yes.
No, you're violating old school frickin' bearing false witness. No, you don't fucking lie about charges about somebody. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but remember that a woman only has half the rights under.
I thought it was like 25% or something.
No, it could be less. Might be 10.
Wow.
Either way, her opinion doesn't count.
No, we need to treat gals well, and because those are essentially the words of the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him.
No, Islam is feminist. We all know that. So whatever is going on must be must be feminist approved.
Yeah, because I'm sure the SJWs would get on so well over there.
They would. Yeah, well, I mean, they've tried it, haven't they? Apparently, a few of them got their heads lopped off. But I mean, you got to make an omelet, got to break a few eggs, right?
Why do you have to bring up hikers getting murdered? I was going to say there's a much more kind
Not just hikers, cyclists too. I mean, they don't care about what your pastimes are.
Yes, yes. Shoes, wheels, we understand there's multiple ways to travel. And especially if you're traveling through areas that could be very dangerous, you should probably take additional cautions. And it's very
dangerous. What? Why? Why dangerous?
Maybe you shouldn't be trying to, quote unquote, go through the tourist area, or having your vacation in the dangerous area. If you're going to a place to have an enjoyable time, going to a place where they might cut your head off doesn't quite qualify.
Oh, when you go down to Cancun, they tell you, it's like, yeah, don't leave resort and don't leave the group and stuff because, yeah, shit can happen. So you stay with the group and you generally stay at the resort. Sometimes you need butts and you walk directly off, but you look both ways crossing the street.
This is, yeah, but it's not, Cancun is not exactly the hills of, where was it? It wasn't Kazakhstan.
Morocco.
It was one of the stands.
Yeah,
well, it was Morocco, but there was the other one.
One in Morocco, and I think one was Turkmenistan or something like that.
Turkmenistan, that's it. I knew it was one of the stands. Yeah. So, yeah, but what is the reason for the threat? Now, over in, say, where did you say, Memes?
Cancun, Mexico.
Cancun, right. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking there at sort of, the potential risk of somebody wanting to rob you. It's not quite the same as when you're looking at the sort of Muslim fundamentalists. I mean, you got to look at why is there a danger? What is the underlying cause of the danger? Now, you can negotiate your way out of a problem in Cancun, I'm pretty sure. I mean, just give them the money or whatever, give them your Nikes, and you're probably going to get away and, everything will be cool. But you can't use that sort of negotiation with these sort of fucking fundamental lunatics because they don't care. If you're not one of them, you're dead.
Could there not be a language barrier? Because in Cancun,
no, it's a religious barrier, mate.
I really think communication makes a huge difference. I'm not saying that certain situations are different where if someone's just looking to rob you, they're going to rob you, and then if they're going to do other more sinister things. No, I understand.
So you're saying that a beheading is a punctuation mark then, if it's about communication?
Well, that's murder.
Memes. Where do I buy that top?
Which hat?
The top. I didn't say hat. I said top.
Oh. I mean, you can buy a Red Sox cap over here. It's probably like $20.
No, he said the top. No, I think he wants the
you want some lingerie? Oh, we got Lululemon in New York.
He's not listening. I'm telling you, the guy he's out to fucking.
I'm not sure what he's referring
to. He's out to lunch.
I'm sorry you don't keep up with greater New York fashion. I thought you watched Lionel Media.
Well, let's be honest, Memes. New York fashion is basically leather assless chops.
You haven't been to New York in a while. Oh, dude, we've upgraded, and I say we just as a collective U.S. Wow, I'm trying to represent a lot of people, aren't I? And I'm from Boston.
Listen, Memes, I saw Police Academy. I saw what kind of bars New York has.
Bring out the Blue Pearl. Was it Blue Pearl? No, Blue
Oyster.
Blue Oyster, yeah.
Blue Oyster culted Godzilla. Go, watch out, Tokyo. It is Godzilla.
Okay.
Again, something totally
Memes.
Never mind.
You just butchered a dog.
Yep.
You didn't even say it right. You didn't even get the words right.
And it wasn't even relevant.
I apologize to all the kaiju I offended.
Okay, so what we were talking about, I was away getting a cup of coffee.
People getting beheaded for their Nikes, apparently.
So we're talking about the nice peaceful Islam then.
How did you guess?
Just a hunch.
Well, the thing to remember, it's a religion of peace and no one is aggressive in it. And if you forget that, we have people with large swords to help explain it to you.
Yeah, well, I would just say to the people on the left who would disagree with that assessment of Islam, I could probably easily Google certain non-Christian countries that have quite a lot of dead bodies that would disagree with them.
Well, it's not like any country perhaps operating under the guise of religion in history has ever made mistakes.
What does a country
have
anything to do with modern society right now?
No,
Oh,
memes.
no, I'm talking
You
about
basically are excusing this kind of behavior, saying, "Well, other countries did it, so they should be
No.
fine doing mass
Yeah,
murder."
and by the way,
We're against mass
I've
murder.
got a question for memes here. So you're saying that the Muslims throwing gays off buildings was a mistake?
I'm saying you have
also,
the
it's irrelevant.
youngest of the Abrahamic religions.
Yeah.
If you're talking about one that's been around for like 1300 or so
Exactly,
years,
and that's the problem. They
2000
can't
or even
fucking
a lot
learn.
greater.
Yeah,
hey,
so
memes,
why
don't you
haven't
start?
they learned?
Memes, don't you start in Christianity? Those witches needed burned.
Why haven't?
Hey,
but
hey,
that-
we made terrible mistakes up here in Massachusetts.
But yeah, but this is the difference, right? We
They
learned.
missed a few. That was the mistake.
We learned our lesson, right? We actually developed and evolved and moved forwards. These people are still doing the same shit 1,300 years later as they were doing back then.
See, the British had it right. You go to France to burn the witches.
Exactly.
Savage, may I remind
Joan
you
of Arc,
over
fucking
here,
bitch.
we are the folks over here that did bring you the bastardized hoverboard in 2015.
No, ironically, MC, Joan of Arc wasn't actually a witch. She was just a bitch.
It was a typo.
Bloody autocorrect.
That's it.
Typo on the form. Sorry about that. just a mistake. Clerical error.
Yeah, it actually said Joan of Arc.
Dude, could you imagine those selfies?
Wow.
Posting it to IG.
Are you kidding me? People would be sitting up there standing around the witches smiling as the burning the people are screaming in the background.
Yes. That would likely
except
happen.
for except for Jansen, who would be sharpening his carbine knife.
Yeah.
It'd be roasting some potatoes and maybe some
Well, see, this is the thing,
couple
you
of
see.
parsnips.
We've got the witches up on the pyre. You might have a couple of potatoes in some tin foil, bung it in the ashes, and let them cook properly. I don't
That's
see
it.
what the problem is.
No,
Potatoes.
no,
Oh
there's
hell,
no
you got
organized
yourself a
resistance.
good. You
Free
got yourself a
zone.
picnic. You got a picnic.
And then we could-
Exactly.
Then we could actually be white knights.
What? What are you babbling about again? Shut up.
No, we could organize, like via Twitter and Facebook. Isn't that how the Arab Spring happened?
Yeah, actually, it is.
Well, yeah, it did happen. Like technically.
Yes, and what exactly came of the Arab Spring? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
what
right.
happened?
Fuck all.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Also-
A few CBS reporters got raped.
Yeah, no. Remember, MC? No, they weren't raped by Muslim men. They were courted by Muslim men.
They were misunderstood by Muslim men.
Hosni Mubarak ended up having to step down.
Okay, and what was the result?
Well, I believe members of the Islamic Brotherhood were eventually elected and then eventually replaced.
Eventually replaced. You mean the military stepped in, the same people that supported Mubarak, and you're back to the same situation that was there before.
Well, it's a good
Because
thing they got a
the situation-
badass military in history.
Because the situation is that the people who had replaced them, the Muslim Brotherhood, were going around and raping people at will.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good platform to campaign on.
No, it seemed to be fine. It was what was cheered by Barack Hussein Obama.
I don't think
Wow.
he had meant for that to happen. To direct correlation to say.
Oh,
so what
really?
you're
Then
saying
why
is
was he
President
pushing?
Obama wanted
Hold
people
on a
to-
second. If he didn't want that to happen, why was he pushing that we go ahead and go through the sales of our weapons that he withheld from Mubarak, but wanted to make sure that the Muslim Brotherhood had it?
He
Oh,
was probably to fill in pay stop gaps.
guys, I don't know if you've heard about this. You probably have, but apparently Europe has found a way to get around America's the thing where you're not allowed to trade weapons and whatnot to Iran. Apparently Europe's found a way around it and are going to carry on anyway. Did you hear about this?
What?
I didn't hear. I didn't hear about it, but it's not that I didn't expect it.
Jansen, you mean that,
No surprise.
that democratic, not at all authoritarian Nazism government in Europe? You mean the one we're meant to be, all lauding over because they're so democratic and free willing?
Please,
Yeah,
don't.
that's exactly the ones. And here's the thing, okay? Apparently, they've created a new sort of currency source so as they can do it, so as they can bypass the US sanctions. So,
Are they using
yeah.
Bitcoin?
Is this a conspiracy?
No, this is actually true. I'm sorry to say.
Well, actually, I have to say this: there is actually people who still think the European army's a conspiracy, even though it's being made.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, when it was claimed before the Brexit vote, and it's, no, you're talking absolute lunacy. Oh no, never been done. They've been planning it. Been planning it for about the last 15 years.
If we're going to talk about the Grand European Army, considering that the primary force for the Grand European Army is going to be the Germans.
Have you seen the Greeks? Have you seen the Greeks, Mark? It is fucking hilarious.
Leave their furry slippers alone, Cabby.
It's like something out of Willy Wonka.
Have you read what the Grand European Army, the tank corps of the Germans, what it can field?
Oh yes, that was amazing.
Well, it's got a couple of Land Rovers, hasn't it?
No, I think they had to probably sell them.
No, I think it's like, you know, 2 hot dogs and an ice cream van.
Is that where the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile went?
You know, they tell us that in the United States that we have to stay there to protect them from the Soviet menace, and they're so afraid of the Soviet menace. That's why they're so afraid of the Soviet menace, and it is a menace. It has over 20,000 battle tanks, main battle tanks, where the Germans, you know,
yes, but I'm
true
saying,
Germans that they are, have brought up a whole 458.
MC, it's all well and good saying this about, you know, Germany has no, but that's a good thing. These people have been shown not to be trustworthy with matches, let alone fucking weapons.
No. Well, here's the thing, MC. If we do shut down all our military bases, or at least land-based bases in Germany, aren't they going over to Poland?
Some of them will. Most of them are going to come back to the United States, though.
Please stop off over here.
I wonder, could we persuade Putin to take his tanks out for a test run across Germany?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I really couldn't give a shit at this point. Just if Russia wants Europe, fucking have it. Just leave us the fuck alone. That's all I want. I really don't give a shit.
Cabbage, you jest about this, but is this how World War III starts?
Why are we getting involved?
Well, we've never really had any.
Fucking everything you Americans.
We're not going to sit up there and go back there and defend the freaking Europeans. Well, we're not going to do it.
No, we're not going to defend the Europeans, MC. You're meant to defend us.
Well, I have no problem defending the British.
There you go.
We are currently
the Russians are not going to threaten with their single aircraft carrier. The Russians are not going to threaten Great Britain.
But it's a big one. Big man.
Yeah, there is one problem. When they're big, they're easier to hit.
Yeah, that's not.
If it's only one and it's freaking leaking like a sieve, it can barely stay afloat.
Yes, but you have to remember, MC, that it was built like that to keep the Russian Navy in good shape. I mean, they're basically going to, take that leaky aircraft carrier across the water, pull chunks off it, and start beating the public.
That is not a leak; it's a fountain.
Well, here's the thing, MC. While the aircraft carrier ends up getting sunk, and then all of a sudden, out of the deep depths of the Marianas Trench, the secret Dr. Evil like SS Putin will arise.
Shut up, you mental case.
SS Putin.
Dude, here's the thing. Would it not surprise you if the Russians, with all the money spent, Putin wouldn't have like his own secret sub? Maybe he has an island or something.
Have you seen what secret subs do from Russia?
No.
Yeah, usually they sink. I mean, like the Kursk. Yeah, the Kursk went down pretty well, didn't it? Yeah.
Isn't there still like a couple of tons of nuclear material at the bottom of the ocean somewhere?
Wasn't me.
Along with the whole crew.
Honestly, that's actually, and I don't want to get into conspiracy area here, but let's be honest, any nuclear material that was on it was taken off before it was sunk and sold on the black market.
The Kursk was cut up and brought up every freaking bit of it. And they basically found all those sailors, what was left of them. They died in a horrible conditions, absolutely horrible conditions.
But they were able to get the remains to the next of kin.
Yeah, well, what was left of the remains? There was the situation in the tubes were such that a lot of the bodies were absolutely during the last bit of their lives, because of the water coming in, it hit a flammable material that reacted with the water and burned them all alive.
Oh, did Mad Dodge just turn up now? I think Mad Dodge woke up.
You know, you really stop talking like that to MC. You're making Jansen hungry.
No, Mad,
Jensen hasn't been satisfied since fucking Auschwitz.
There's some good documentaries on the Kursk and what happened with it, but they still don't admit what caused it, which was they were testing. They had a new torpedo and they were testing it.
And the doors didn't open.
No, is that what happened? It blew up in the tubes there.
One of them, the material that they used to cause it to run without bubbles started leaking, caught fire. The engine on that thing went off, and because there was no water, resistance that it was pushing through, it overheated and exploded.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. See, but hey, that's what testing's all about. You got to try these things to,
Well, let's let our ancestors perish in vain.
Experimentation. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can ask Mad about what his ancestors went through. They know what explosions are like underwater. Just ask them.
I don't want to hear about inbreeding. Thank you.
I was referencing the Hunley, but it's okay.
You're talking about Irish folks.
Have we two Jansens or a Jansen and an actual Mod Dodge?
There's an actual Mad.
Yeah.
Man.
What is up, motherfuckers? Nice to know you guys. Keep it going, even if I'm sleeping. What's going on?
Yeah, man.
Shut up, fake Mad.
Did you finally get some sleep, or did you just pass out?
Well, it is what it is. Yes, I got some sleep.
We know. We've heard you snore.
Yeah. Very cute, by the way. Cute little.
Shut up, memes. Nobody asked you. Shut up, memes, and learn the code, Cabby.
Yeah, I'll give you some fucking code, mate.
Kinky?
I'll code you into oblivion.
Are you going to cop him? That's what you're going to do, isn't it? You're going to cop him.
Go cup yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give him the full teapot.
Oh, you beast!
Now I'm naughty.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to know.
Yeah, you're taking from not knowing MC.
Oh, actually, speaking of coding, I could use some coding. Oh, I'm sorry, Jensen.
No, it's all right, mate. Carry on.
No, some coding or coating.
Oh, well, probably both, but the former rather than the latter. Wait, I got that right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know because we don't know what the fuck you want. So how do we know which one's the former or the latter? We don't know.
Oh, no, a fully functional, operational site where we can basically do whatever, discuss whatever with whomever, and not have to be on a live stream.
No, you mean a forum? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not difficult. You can set those up for nothing. I mean, there's places will give you free ones, and you just build the thing up. Like
I purchased a whole shit ton of access and licensing for plugins.
Yeah, just go WordPress. If that's all you want, that's fine.
Well, that's what I have.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, why do you need coding? You don't need to do that.
I still want
drag and drop.
I still want your token thingy.
Yeah, you ain't getting nothing from me, buddy.
He wants your
willing to
Bitcoin.
purchase a 1-year license.
Wait, you're not. You're not even going to cup him? I mean, come on now. Give him a good cupping.
Hey, we're talking business. We're trying to be formal here.
No,
Well, yeah, okay.
What is
You're talking about cupping and you're talking about business. Is there a difference?
Well, the difference is Cabby does his cupping with his pinky out.
Yeah, it is. At least I do my business in style.
I'm not hearing a denial here.
What? I have nothing to deny, nor actually accept. I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on.
Let's choose a lighter topic here.
It's talking to memes. It's just fucking nonsense from beginning to end.
Light topic here. What do you all think about Virginia killing babies?
Oh, here we go.
Well, you know, it's an odd choice.
Actually, real quick, I'm looking at the side chat. B, I'm not the one that created this whole hangout, so if Jensen tries to X out, I think he'll kill it.
Oh, okay.
No, hold on. Mad, do you have the option to stop broadcast?
Have you got your stop broadcast?
Yes, it does say yes. Yeah,
you're fine as long as he X's out, because if he X's out the stream, we'll still be live with a host moderator.
That's it.
It's only what happened last time is he hit stop broadcast.
Yeah, don't hit stop broadcast. Just X.
All right, I'll be back in a bit on me. Good luck.
Where were we? Oh yes, baby killing.
Yeah. No. Didn't we just do this freaking on Saturday or Sunday? We were discussing how Norway had a study about potentially postpartum abortions. And then all of a sudden it's like next week. Oh, by the way, we're passing laws where you could potentially do postpartum abortions.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is what I don't understand. For years, the Democratic Party has been shouting at the Republicans about, what was it, MC? It was the old age death counts or something, wasn't it?
Yes, that they were complaining that we said there was death panels coming, that they're going to create death panels.
And here they are trying to kill fucking babies. I mean,
yeah, it's euthanasia.
This
is the way it's all going.
Let's be real. We're talking about partial birth abortion. We're talking about as they're on their way out, you shove a goddamn vacuum cleaner up there, right?
No, not in Virginia. Not in Virginia. They're saying the baby's born is sitting there, and then the doctor and the mother can discuss whether or not they terminate the kid.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we're talking about something which is fully, perfectly functional. I mean, able to be nursed and tended, but yeah. Then you just go into a conference room and say, "What do you want to do with it?"
They won't even call it a him or her. They call it an it.
Hey, real quick, can we have a conference about memes? Can we figure this shit out?
I suggested that earlier, and nobody went for it. I tried that earlier, mate.
No, but it just how could this law pass? I mean,
it didn't.
It didn't pass.
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, but the one in New York did. Let's not fuck around, right?
That's true. The one in New York did, and what was sickening was the fact that after they passed it, they all gave a standing ovation and cheered it. These people were cheering the passage.
It's like that scene. MC, it's like the scene from Star Wars. This is how our republic dies through thunderous applause.
Did they know what was in the bill? Because didn't one of the guys in the EU, after he voted and he got up and cheered for it, then somebody went up to him after and said, "Did you know I was going to do this?" He's like, "No." "Did you know I was going to do this?" "No." And his face just slowly starts to drop until he just walked away.
Yeah, but that's not New York means. I'm sorry, but
what's that got to do with anything? I said, you're a babbling loon. Shut up.
Do you think he cared? Do you think the Democrats in any way, shape, or form gave a rat's ass memes?
Yes.
Then you're wrong.
So number
you're going
one,
to tell me a contentious bill like this that they've been proposing time and again has been shut down because there were Republicans in the way. That's this time well, the Democrats really didn't understand what they were voting for. That's why they were cheering for it.
Means, you're the one that's giving me I'm starting to believe in this idea, this policy of postpartum. You're the motivation.
Yeah, but you've been talking to me about this a lot. Well, this topic in general, a lot. You were talking about more of the end of life thing that you think is coming, and it seems to be coming from the other end now as well. But dude, here's the thing about this.
It's like a pincer movement, mate. It's an old-fashioned military move. You get them from both sides.
I'm not a military man, so I don't know these things. I completely mischaracterized basic training like an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what were you going to say now?
Oh,
you got the floor. We'll let you talk.
Well, number one, I think. Excuse me. Number two. No, okay. Number one is a fucking violation of the Fifth Amendment.
It's good to start with one.
You're taking life without due process. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or the. It's
yes, but you have to remember, memes that to Democrats, unless that baby can vote, they're useless. They will kill 1,000 babies and bring in 1,000 immigrants because they need the votes.
That's a mischaracterization.
No, it's not. It's actually it's policy.
It's not the fucking policy. That's how
it is
doing it.
Their policy.
It is.
You keep coming back trying to excuse what they do, memes, and you do it by saying, "Well, they said this." But what they do is this other stuff. And you keep coming back again and again. Well, they don't really mean that because you want them to be meaning something else. You want to believe that these people aren't the heinous cretins that they are.
Yeah, like Tim Pool's been trying to do. And you can't have this.
Well, no, I think the word you're looking for is cretin. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Either one works.
A high English version of it. But
I said cretin because it's easier for me to say at the moment.
Oh, that's right. You have a handicap right now. My apologies. I'm sorry. It's one of the worst things in the world. But I do also believe it has also been said a lot of the reason for this is because many folks think that President Trump is going to stack the Supreme Court and potentially overturn Roe v. Wade.
So what?
No, even if he did.
I think that's the reason the Women's March has happened.
Oh, please. The Women's March would have happened. None of this was going on. They always find something to fucking bitch about.
No, since when is President Trump anti-abortion? Can you prove this to me?
No, he's
I would
not.
like
but
to see this.
That's what I'm saying. The way you guys just characterize what you think the Democrats are doing. That's how they're viewing President Trump.
No,
hold
on a second. Stop right
there.
That's the mimetic
I took away.
Stop right there, because there's a difference between what people say and what they do.
I agree.
Okay, now we come back and show
everyone. It seems like many people are being unreasonable on every frickin' side. We're escalating things because nobody wants to back down and call each other out and just accept that we fuck up.
Because one side is acting, the other side isn't.
Well, the Democrats do need work. They do need help.
That's an excuse. The only side acting in this kind of irresponsible, heinous manner are the Democrats.
You don't want to help these people.
For it. You want to come back and go, well, they got good intentions.
Why would you want to make it easier for these crazies to do their shit? I mean, normally you try to, do some kind of intervention.
Because I grew up and actually it seemed like Democrats were actually doing like...
Did you grow up? Really?
See, here's the thing, memes. Here's the thing. You got to grow up. You got to live, right?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He's still living like a fucking infant.
Okay, breaking news. Everybody was going off about, on the left was saying how Snopes the ultimate fact checker. Well, Snopes is no longer about.
Really? Snopes is folded?
I put a link in the description.
Fuck.
They have certain things that aren't even fully updated there. They've been having some problems.
What do you mean? Yeah,
well, you mean the fact that they were saying that these things were true when they were blatantly false, and that things that they were claiming were false, evidence has come out to say they were true, and they were just denying it anyway.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh,
they
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
start
not-
You
doing.
mean those
Like-
things that
like
you
some of the folks on the
great
Texas
grandiose
voter roll.
fact checkers, they could have actually done their jobs and done a little bit of Google things that were lying to people intentionally. And how was it, memes? Was it a generic kind of mistake, or was it always slanted toward the left?
Oh, well, I mean, the news is for
Not
a
the
very long
news.
time
We're
been
talking
very progressive.
Snopes. We're talking Snopes.
Oh, I'm not as familiar with Snopes, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Exactly. Well, you know, you're dribbling idiots. Shut up and let the adults talk.
Define adult.
Well, anyone, certainly in here, anyone that isn't you.
Oh damn!
Is this what it feels like to be persecuted?
No, this is what it feels like to be an
Haven't
arse.
hard and feathered you yet?
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I have iced
exactly.
coffee, so I'm happy.
Then no, you're not being persecuted. The thing is, memes, is that you don't want to accept the fact that there's one side that's actually acting and doing this stuff, and that your version of the other side, all right, is only given to you by the same side that is acting heinously.
What do you think the general slant on YouTube is as far as political content available?
Most of it's leftist.
Really?
Yeah.
As far as effective politically engaged content?
Yeah.
Removing CNN and any mainstream media that might have a YouTube channel, really?
Yes.
Because as far as I hear, it seems like many folks
live
tend to believe
in a-
YouTube is actually
you are-
more conservative, while Twitter is very heavily more left.
You are in our bubble.
Well, no, I would actually, and this is where I'm going to stand up for memes, but I would say that there are more left-wing YouTubers on YouTube, but the right-wing YouTubers get more views.
That may be true. That could be that's possible. But there's far more leftists on YouTube and talking politics. It doesn't take much to go find them. Now, granted, I'm blocked from several sites because of it, but
Well, that's one of those things. It's just you might have many. It seems like if you're more of a left individual and you pop into the side of YouTube and you express your views, very often, let's just say if it was World of Warcraft, you were a warrior with a full rage bar, you had less than 20% health, and they were spamming execute on you.
Never played World of Warcraft, so
It leads to very big numbers. As a warrior, it's the best part of the fight. You just spam freaking back. Oh, that was my key biting.
okay. I have nothing to say about that because I don't know. What
You get obliterated as soon as you express anything that's kind of leftish.
Well, you believe that anybody who will get obliterated if they just spew anything leftish?
Very often, it seems.
This gobshite's still talking.
Case in point.
I don't see it that way, memes. I see people challenging it repeatedly and not hearing comment back. What I hear coming back is nonsense. I hear excuse making coming back rather than an actual dialogue.
No, there's also a lot of trolling too.
Well, okay, that I'll give you. But how's that going to fix it? How's that? Once again, we're still back in the same situation that I was saying. There's actions and then there's words. One side got away because they could say whatever they want and no one ever checks them. In fact, the people who were supposed to be checking them, the people who have claimed that they are the ones ensuring the validity and the value of the free society, were the ones that were intentionally, all right, lying about it. And they're still lying about it. You want to talk about conspiracies? All right, tell me, are they going to shut down CNN? All right, because it's a conspiracy site for the Russian collusion, even though they had to admit, draggingly again, that their storyline that they had said time and time and time again that Donald Trump had sent his son, Donald Trump Jr., to go talk to this Russian lawyer, and everybody said nope. No, we know it was Trump. We know it was Trump, and then had to admit it today. All right, had to come out and admit it today that they were lying about it for how many months? Memes.
Huh. It's very interesting you bring that up, MC, just because I'm thinking that because Tim Pool got a strike for saying something that happened that was going against what the AP said happened, and he got a strike for that. I mean, like, if people are treated fairly, if somebody's reporting something that's untrue, is it like what's stopping somebody from taking issue with CNN and potentially, like,
let's be honest, he got false flagged.
Okay. No, I'm just saying if the exact same situation, just replacing the events and stuff like that, if one of the major sites, and even if it's freaking Fox News too, if somebody did take umbrage with something, the same rules apply, right?
Really?
Do they? That's why I'm asking. Well, why not?
We know that they don't. Come on.
No, yeah, they don't. They don't, because they could take me out lickety split, but they can't take down Tucker Carlson. You know what I'm saying?
But
that might get a little bit
true. They have to follow their rules unless it's specific.
No, they don't have to follow their rule. They've already said that they're not going to follow their rules. For crying out loud, Patreon even said that they're not going to follow their rules.
Well, then they're violating their own terms of service, and that would open them up to litigation. And Patreon filed against them.
And unless there's somebody with a lot of money and deep pockets to go after them, guess what? Are you going to do it? How many times does the CBS go after people who are just providing commentary on Star Trek? And we're talking about the original Star Trek.
Random objective question here. Let's say absolutely everything you guys just said is true. I will fully entertain this idea. Let's say they're absolutely going out there violating and being unjust. What is the penalty for that if it's objectively provable?
Depends which state you're in, right? I mean, it would be death penalty if you're in Texas.
No. What if it was a class action lawsuit? Literally, folks from all 50 states had representation against whatever platform it is, YouTube, this, that, whoever it is.
Well, they could do a Gawker on them. They could go wipe them completely out.
So what you're saying is we need to employ Elon Musk.
Oh my God, he's gone fucking Kathy Newman again.
Why would Elon Musk
choose your fucking set?
Why would Elon Musk, who's been a part of this cabal, all right, engage in taking it down?
He likes very dank memes, and for some reason, it would make a very entertaining story. Again, I'm just
so he's just going to change his entire way of doing things so that he can now go.
You're a gobshite. Shut up. You don't
That's
need to pissing
wonderful,
about.
but that's wishing in one hand and shitting in the other again.
I don't think
he's going to do that.
Boring. Memes, boring.
I just want to make YouTube again, not NetTube.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know, the funny thing is, I think I kind of understand what Memes is trying to say there, right? I mean,
you're still hungover. That explains a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, get some breakfast, mate.
Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you have a point. I'm agreeing with Memes. I'm going to shut the fuck up. And,
it's a good sign. It's a very, very bad sign.
No, what was Memes? What do you kind of agree with Memes about?
All right, well, he has a point, man. There's a thing where, like, we used to all just be fucking adults on here, all right? You know what I'm saying? We used to fucking understand that we're all fucking adults and we can fucking take a joke. Now nobody can take a motherfucking joke. Now everything is so fucking serial immediately. And I said serial, not serious. Yeah, did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
you're one of the cool kids. He's a cool kid.
Well, isn't it ridiculous? I mean, come on now. Like, okay, we got people like, hey, Common Sense guy just jumped in. Perfect. Yeah, you have to actually say in your name that you fucking believe in common sense, right? Why would you have to do that?
It's false advertising, though.
Hey, CSG.
Yeah, but what's going on?
He's like, oh my God, what did I walk into? But what button did I actually press?
I apologize, and that's an excellent avatar. Oh, I thought you were Frankenstein for a second. Oh, your head exploded. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm wondering, is that like the Burger King fucking crown? Like you
No,
went
that's
out
a
Burger King,
Christmas
right?
hat. That's what we have in our Christmas crackers. You don't know. It's tradition.
Oh, it's a Burger King hat. Oh, I forgot your head was so big.
Oh, dude.
We will help you kill memes. Just let us know, CSG.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, so if you need cash,
It's a
we
joke.
can help fund it.
No, it's fine. No.
Honestly,
Quite happy.
airfare, no problem.
It's a very nice head.
Hey, it's my head. It's the only one I've got. It's the only one I've got. To be fair, I have lost a little bit more weight since last time, so not too bad. Hopefully.
I gotta step
Nice
away for a
one,
second.
mate. All right, no worries, mate. So, you asked for a link, CSG. Please enlighten us with your wisdom. There isn't much here.
Hey.
So to be fair, I kind of forgot what you guys were talking about because I was too busy trying to move rooms.
Abortion.
Oh my god, we're talking about abortion, are we? What part of abortion are we talking about?
Oh, the niceties,
We're talking about-
niceties, obviously. You know, the meet and greet, the sandwiches.
Postpartum.
Wait, there's a meet and greet afterwards. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, you know, and you'll have reunions, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody goes out. Everybody goes out to fucking Little Caesars afterwards. and have
That's
some
it.
pizza.
Yeah, you know, they have the, you know, and you have your reunions, you know, every 5 years.
Yes, every 5 years, yes. Come have a look at this leg. Come and have a look at this leg that we have for you.
Are you like digging these fucking babies up every 5 years? What's going on? Anyway.
We've got to take time on it, haven't we? We've got to take time on it and actually look at it properly.
I can't believe that they really went that far.
Well, they've done it in 2 states now. They've done it or are doing it in 2 states. They've done it in New York State, and they are doing it or just about to do it in Virginia.
No, Virginia apparently got thrown out. Someone MC was telling us, so it didn't go through in Virginia.
Has it not?
But that means, I mean, it doesn't mean that they won't try again. Of course, they'll just do it and try and do it in a different way. But
Well, I'm quite happy that it hasn't. I'm quite happy that it hasn't. Then I'm quite happy that it hasn't. But just as you quite rightly said, just the idea of the proposal of the bill in itself, kind of ridiculous, especially on how she answered it as well. Tran answered it. Kathy Tran is her actual name.
Yeah.
It's really weird how when I think it was Mike somebody or other, the Republican Speaker of the House, basically, or Majority Leader of the House, basically said to her, "Well, what happens if the woman is just about to give birth, as in she is dilating and she's just about to give birth? Can you give that an abortion?" And she looked at him, took a couple of seconds, took a deep breath, gulped, and went, "Yes, my bill will allow this."
Yeah.
Is there a reason why it got completely and utterly chucked out? Probably. There's probably a reason for that. Can't think what it is. Honest.
Well, no. And the thing is, though, like the audacity to even bring that bill to the floor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, God damn.
Yeah, but the surprising thing, though, is every single top Democrat and Democrat in general was actually in support of that bill, including the governor of the fucking state, which, if you go onto the video, I've been given a source, was actually paid $1.99 something million from Planned Parenthood. I wonder why that come into play very, very recently.
What?
Yeah, it's on the video, it's under links, under sources, under pinned comment, and under the actual sources itself.
Well, no, and it's ridiculous. And you know, like tonight's supposed to be debate night. If anybody out there watching actually thinks this is a good fucking bill, go ahead, come in here, jump into the lion's ring, all right? Because
I'll enjoy talking to you at least.
Yeah, right. I mean, no, it's not a good. And the funny thing about abortion is everybody in favor of it's already born.
It's true. That always makes me chuckle.
Sorry, that's a fallacy. Come on.
Oh, go blow somebody up.
Do you mean it's a logical fallacy because it actually uses logic?
Yes, but we know that logic is racist.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand anything after logic.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, it's okay, you're Irish.
Oh, here we go.
That's it.
Hey.
Get a bomb time.
They got potato timers over there.
Voice, don't joke about that. There actually have been bombs at his local police station.
Well, not my local, no, but maybe.
Oh, not your local, Matt.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
My local was fucking blew up.
Well, I mean, it wasn't every
Leave
police
CSG
station
alone.
blown up in Northern Ireland. I mean, come on.
I don't think it was
Like,
personal,
that's part
Voice.
of the course.
I mean, just to let you know, I don't think it was personal.
Well, it could be. It could be personal. You don't know. He does say a lot of shit on the internet. Somebody might have heard.
They may have met him.
And to be fair, have you seen his Skyrim game? Have you seen his Skyrim playthroughs? That's enough to blow anybody up.
Oh, shot.
I liked Skyrim.
Yeah.
So do I, but not the way that he plays it.
Yeah.
Well, you're just not Dragonborn. You know what
I
I'm
am
saying?
Dragonborn. I am Dragon King.
No, please don't start all that.
Well, to be fair, I didn't really use a bow after the first dragon, but Daedric armor for the win. Game got too easy there.
Oh no, but you did like the fire, didn't you, for a little while there, Voice? The fire was good. Fire good.
Remember, I'm only getting into it. I'm not. I don't have a big mouth like CSG, so it's hard for me to talk now and again.
Oh, poor voice of one. You just have to ask, and I'll let you speak if you want.
Yeah, just bat your eyes a little bit, Voice. It'll be all right.
This went in an entirely different direction than I thought it would.
Oh, you should have known better, darling. You should have known better.
So
Cheers.
CSG is a top.
Needs a trap.
I'm a top, I'm a bottom, and I'm a trap.
And a cat.
Okay, on that note, I'm running. You guys are on your own.
Careful, CSG. You'll call his mountain lion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beware Tim. He is dangerous and he eats children.
You named
That's why
it.
Mad keeps chucking one out every night.
Mad will, he'll send his pussy to give you a good licking.
Wait, never mind. All right.
Yeah, I'm even going to leave that one.
Yeah, we're gonna let that sleeping cat lay. So to say. Here's the thing, though. No, the audacity of these people to actually think that the American people in general, I don't care if you're a Democrat or not, but like fucking partial birth abortion. Come on, like okay, even if you want to draw the line at the fucking after conception, where I draw the line at conception. If you want to move the line, okay, fair enough. But you're going all the way to a viable fucking human being. Let's just kill it on the way out. I mean, fuck you, dude. That's murder.
Actually, Rod, I would say this. I disagree with this law unless it was imposed on the French.
Oh, it's imposed on the Irish, so we're fine. We all agree.
I'm sorry, but with the amount of babies we have over here, you could start the law and it wouldn't even slow us down.
Yeah, that's what happens with cockroaches.
Oh, dude.
Well, you should know you look like one.
What did I come
I
back
have
to?
hair.
What? I thought we were
You mean
talking
I
about
have
rabbits.
hair?
Bitch fest. Put your claws in, ladies.
Yeah, no, like shit. Is this the breakup of the United Kingdom? Where's the Welshman? We need somebody else in here.
We need our PR.
Wait,
We know he's out shagging sheep. He's busy.
is Welshland in Scotland?
No, Welshland is not in Scotland, memes.
No, that's why it's
I'm not
separate. That's
Welsh.
why it wouldn't be in it.
I just want to see if he actually knows where it is or if he's just playing.
He has no idea where it is.
No idea. He barely knows where the fuck he is.
No, it's the northeast.
By the way,
Look
it's
at
your
the map.
bedroom.
No. Wales is not northwest.
No, I said northeast. Or maybe I
No,
said
it's west.
northwest.
It's the west side. It's over the mountains.
Tolkien based the
real
Hobbit
quick,
on
me.
Welsh folks.
It's over the Snowdonian mountains.
Yeah, here's the thing though. You got there be potatoes. That's Ireland. Here they be wearing skirts. You know that's Yeah, in Scotland. And then you have here they be shagging fucking sheep. That's
Well,
Wales.
And they have
You
leeks.
should figure it
They
out.
like leeks. It's a land
Wow.
of leeks and sheep, which is a
Well,
weird
no,
combination when you think
And
about
then
it.
there's,
Well,
and then there's the English.
No,
We just want-
no, Mad, you got it wrong. It's Darby Dragons.
Oh Jesus!
By the way, guys, you do realise that map that he showed us wasn't from XX Mrs. Memes. That was his map. That's what he drew in school.
Yeah, but
He's not willing to admit it.
yeah, but he's a flat earther. Who gives a shit what this moron's got to say anyway?
I'm wondering why you're showing me a map of Canada. I thought we were talking about the British Isles, but you know, it is what it is.
I suppose he thinks it's an extension of the British as it's part of the Commonwealth.
Hey, Mad, you're just mad because Louisiana is north of Mississippi.
That's not how this works.
It's
So,
also
not
an
dry.
incorrect statement. Me too.
That's okay because Oregon's quite north of Mississippi as well.
oh, it's like that. All right. Yeah, I hope you get snow in your fucking
Hey, look,
desert.
any further north and you're heading into Canada, mate. And you got
Well, it's
got
all right.
Mexico.
Mexico's next door.
Yep.
Yeah, here they're big dragons, right?
Exactly.
That's the Welsh, usually. The Welsh have the dragon. It's the Welsh dragon. That's why it's on the heraldry.
No, it's the Hungarian horntail.
No, the Welsh have the dragon, and the Scottish have the unicorn, and we have the lion.
Oh, so you're.
Don't ask me why.
Oh,
It's just
that
how
makes
it
sense.
is.
Those Lannisters. Oh, did you have a sister?
Oh,
Did you have a sister?
Well, I haven't
I
had
know
yours
that
yet.
word.
Where are you going with this?
You're just
well, I know where he's going. He said Lannister. I know exactly where he's going with this. Go ahead, memes. Keep digging.
Yeah.
I apologize to any female relatives you have.
Who? What? Who? Where? Who are you speaking to?
Nobody knows and nobody cares.
I was
That's the
comparing you
thing.
to Jamie Lancaster and making unfounded
you?
accusations of potential.
Lannister.
I was going to say,
It's Lannister, not Lancester. Oh, God.
Mm.
can't
You
even do
didn't
that, right?
do that.
No, I even cried a little right there.
Did you have a little pee as well? A little bit,
Hey,
little bit of
it's
pee
been a
left there.
while.
Winter
you
is
are
coming.
written.
Winter remembers. It is
Oh,
what it is.
winter
man.
is here, and the Blue Eyes White Dragon has been released.
the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Who wants to hear Mad go mental? Do we want to hear Mad explode?
Hang
Why
on
not?
just a
What the
second.
hell? It's
I've
weekend.
got an opportunity for this. Bigfoot isn't real.
No, I can actually speak that. Mad. Oh, Mad. Your
Oh,
favourite author, Martin, is writing other stories. He's put aside Game of Thrones and he's writing sci-fi. All yours, mate.
Okay. As long as he's still alive. like, can this motherfucker not have a heart attack before he finishes Winds of Winter? I'm just saying. Just live, motherfucker.
Is it possible he's trolling us and he finished the book like 12 years ago?
Is it possible that no one cares about his book and so he's gotten bored with it?
Yeah.
That is an incorrect statement, MC.
That is incorrect. Yeah, like there's a bunch of us just waiting on this.
You
book.
may not often be incorrect, but that is an incorrect statement.
Did you notice though that he didn't actually include you into that statement? He said him.
No, he said anybody.
Actually,
he
you know,
said him.
it wouldn't surprise me
Anybody.
if he ended up being found, hung from a rafter saying, "Fuck it, I can't do it no more."
Are you sure the rafter would actually hold him?
I'm
Well,
so
it'd be
glad
a big
someone
one.
said that.
Hey, we should treat our elders with respect.
Well,
I
Yeah.
do. I treat you all
That-
with the respect you deserve.
This one gets
Oh, wow.
garlic, this one gets carrots, this one gets
this is-
Well, okay, so here's the thing though. I'm looking at the chat here. They're saying memes. That's a good map. They like You know, here be dragons up in Canada. It is what it is. But you know, Canadian, they're not real people, right? Like, is Canada even a real country? I mean, it's just a bunch of ice, right?
Well, not really, because they're either French, they're either English, or they're part American. What the fuck are they?
Or they're can original.
Well, first of all, don't threaten us like that. They're not American.
Sorry.
I do realize that we
you
have
could be saying something about
a lot of them come
English.
down here and try to pretend to be Americans. I understand that. And there's idiots in our country that freaking make them Americans because they give them citizenship for some stupid ass reason.
Dude, the last time I was in Montreal, there was like a half dozen Canadian guys, and they kept telling us they were from New Jersey. And oh, dude, it was like 6 chairs to a strip pole, and oh, dude, it was a wonderful time. The only problem is every other strip club after St. Catherine Street is just pretty good.
Six chairs to a strip pole.
Well, yeah, it's private table. That was
okay. I was a little confused too. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, actually, to be fair, it was a public table.
Maybe they have octopi or something.
Oh, that's just how they have it set up.
Have octopi or something. Oh my god!
Hey, and I'm supposed
already.
To be
Damn.
Oh, that's right. You are a weeb.
Now we're in weeb territory.
Oh,
no, we're not. We don't talk about that weird shit.
You're both closet weebs. It's okay.
No, I veto this motion memes. Nope, we're not going down the anime rabbit hole. I don't like that shit.
Because you may slay us, but we shall arise in a new, more terrifying form.
Yeah, Sherardi.
Bronies.
No, don't bring up the fucking mannequin, all right? I thought we moved past the mannequin.
It'll just be like Furry Fest or whatever it was called.
Furry Fest?
Yeah, you know that.
Oh, FurCon.
Shit. Well, no, it wasn't FurCon. It was
or whatever. They have a couple of versions.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's the one where the fucking lunatics end up shitting in diapers and doing all kinds of weird things.
Representative of every attendee.
Yeah.
Did you guys arrive in the little chariots where they've got the little hooves stuck on the front people and there are other people in the chariot are whipping them?
Fucking mental illness.
No, it's not
dressed up as,
not a harming whip.
My Little Ponies and things. This is not exactly what you classify as mental health. Mental health. I don't know.
Come on,
normal is.
I know you want to say it. I like my.
I think it would actually be kind of adorable if done in good taste.
What, a bunch of adults wandering around like fucking children.
You don't like animals?
Don't give a shit. They're not animals. If I want to see an animal, I go and see a fucking animal. I can go to a zoo. I could just go in the countryside and I can see one.
Cabbage.
I can poke a badger if I want to.
You can poke a badger and turn it into Pokemon.
I like poking badgers.
If you poke a badger, put it on YouTube, you'll be an instant sensation. I guarantee that'll go viral in a friggin' heart.
They're nasty bastards, I tell you. I have done that as a kid. We had a badger den near us.
What?
I poked a badger with a stick.
Did you use your stick?
No, I used a pine cone.
Well,
that was actually B's. Oh, sorry, B.
I had to roofie it first.
you
obviously. Obviously. Otherwise, how else would you get close to it?
It was a sensitive lover once it realised what was happening.
Oh, bless it.
Wow, lawsuit.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
No, but Cabbage, what the gist of what I'm kind of getting is, if individuals decide to dress up in certain things that may not necessarily be appropriate for daily attire, they're a bunch of weirdos.
No, I mean, there are people who want to do reenactments and things like that, but that's because it has some, context. It has some grounding in reality. It's not a bunch of people acting like fucking children. Wandering around like... No, it's pretty fucking obvious. It's obvious. There's a very distinct difference between a bunch of people dressing up like a fucking raccoon or whatever, and then people who are reenacting, the Battle of Gettysburg.
Well, that's
It's
a
very
reenactment.
different.
It's a very specific event, so there's context given.
Exactly.
But
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a point on the basis of the fact if somebody wanted to reenact, what the fuck was it called?
Well, you said raccoons. So if they're reenacting, are they reenacting Cartman?
Well, I was just thinking of Carpenter, coming off the ladder. I was thinking of Beatrix Potter or something. I mean, if you want to reenact Beatrix Potter, then good luck to you. But you still look like complete cunts for doing it.
What about if I want to do Winds in the Willow?
Yeah, Wind in the Willows. There you go, another one. Wind in the Willows was Beatrix Potter, wasn't it?
Was the author? Yes.
Yeah. So if they want to reenact that, and somebody wants to dress up as Molly, and somebody is Badger, and somebody wants to be a frog, then good luck to you, but don't expect any respect.
Can I be Basil, the new mouse detective?
Oh, dude, is that a new J.K. Rowling book from the Harry Potter series?
No.
You said something Potter.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's to do with Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's Beatrix Potter. It's Beatrix Potter, and it's the old stories of Wind in the Willows with the little animals that are all living around, and you got the frog who runs the local manor house.
No, it's not the frog. It's Lord Toad.
Well, Toad, sorry. Well,
Toad. That one. Oh, I remember watching the cartoon.
Of course, Toady. Yes. So it's all that. Yes. Wait, so if that was to be a reenactment, as I say,
rip that off. Is that where she got the name?
No. God damn it! That's her original name. Beatrix Potter is the name of the author, and that's her original name.
Oh, I'm sorry, Beatrix.
Yeah. I prefer Beetroot.
Never ceases to amaze me how little you know memes. Honestly, quite astonishing.
I've never heard of it before. I gotta come. So I can't.
Yes, but he's into all this weird shit. You see, you're not MC. I wouldn't expect you, to know about it. But,
I knew what you were talking about as soon as you said Lord Toad.
Freak.
Lord Frog didn't make any sense.
Yes.
Well, there we are.
Well, to be fair, if you don't convey the correct information, then how is anybody supposed to know the information that you're conveying?
Oh, that would be common sense.
It's association. You can associate.
Isn't that what
use logic?
Are we
have to be able to think to do that, though.
Are we reenacting the Great Meme War of 2016? I'm confused here, guys. Frogs.
I wasn't here.
No, it's Toad. It's Toad of Toad Hall.
Are we supposed to be like hailing Keck or something now?
No, Toady.
Yeah, Shaladay, my friend.
Well, Kekistan is a thing because apparently it also has its own killer now.
But we have a Kekistani killer.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. Yes.
Wait, we have our own serial killer? Sweet. We made it big time, guys.
Not a serial killer. He murdered his mum and dad because they wouldn't let him out.
Oh, we don't want to.
Oh, no, sorry. They took away his computer.
He identified as a Kekistani, I believe.
Yes, he did. Yes. He was a very big believer in that, and Jeff Holliday's got a lot to answer for.
Wait, this is all Jeff Holiday's fault? Wait a minute.
That's what I'm calling it.
You can blame Jeff Holiday anyway.
Wait, Matt.
He's bound to be guilty.
You live near Jeff Holiday, correct?
I don't.
No, he is up here in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
Yeah, he's down the road. He sees him at the pub.
Yeah, West Side in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, somebody in the chat was mentioning about people marrying stupid shit like enemies. Like we've had that one that married a bridge, and now we got this woman that's this immigrant in Britain who's married her blanket or whatever.
Somebody's amazing that one.
You can marry a bridge.
No, real quick. What about that dumb bitch who married a ghost in Ireland? Right?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
How did that service even go ahead? Do you ghosts take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? Sorry, just knock twice for yes and once for no.
Yeah.
Well, you wait long enough, you'll get some house. There'll be some noises and
we're
stuff.
doing some EVPs up in that bitch.
Maybe you drugged up some girl and just said that she was possessed. Just.
Have you seen women? They're always possessed. Normally when PMS.
Women are evil. That's a thing.
Mhm.
But no,
B,
moving
no, you
on.
get, B is not coming into the defense of women here. B.
She's not an official woman.
Oh,
She's distracted by shiny things.
Should we talk about this next story here?
hmm?
Depends what the story
Which
is.
one? Yeah, we don't know what it is.
Here, let me put it in the chat here for you all.
That would be beneficial. We could then make an informed decision.
Okay.
Don't,
Okay,
you're raping my
just by the
eyes.
headline. Just by the headline, men pretend baby gay couple spent 21 years carrying doll. What?
Interesting. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Let's just go with that. It's
That's disturbing.
Once again, it's from the Daily Mail, which I believe that the NewsGuard or whatever it was that the memes mentioned doesn't think that this is a reliable source.
Well, probably Snopes as well. Sorry, there is no Snopes. Oops.
Two men and a pretend baby meet the gay couple who spent 21 years carrying a doll around the world.
I love Dolly.
Oh, well, Dolly Parton is amazing, but this kind of reminds me of fifth grade sugar babies, which we did in the sixth grade.
We had
Wait,
egg
what?
babies because we weren't trusted.
No,
with
you
sugar.
carry around like a bag of sugar. You're supposed to take care of it and stuff. You're not supposed to really leave it side. I think mine started leaking. I started
What?
eating.
What happens when ants attack your baby at that point? I'm just wondering.
Oh, you protect that shit, man. You ain't gonna let ants eat your children. Wouldn't be a very good dad.
To be fair, in our country, we had egg babies, and as soon as I got my egg home, I was really hungry, and yeah, it didn't last long.
Yours made it home. Wow.
Are you saying you made some steak and eggs?
I just made eggs. I just made scrambled.
Yeah.
It was easier.
Fried egg butty. Lovely.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I apologize. So basically, you have two gay
Yeah.
guys that have kept a doll and went around the world with the doll, pretending it's a little baby, and of course,
I have a
hooking up
question.
to hookahs and feeding it to dolphins and several things.
What, feeding the doll to dolphins? No, that's not the question. Is the reason why they had to keep on traveling around the world is because people kept on looking and going, oh, that's a nice baby. Fuck, that's a doll. What the fuck are you, crazy? And they had to move.
Well, one of them is named DuPont, which makes me think that he's probably related to the DuPont family, which means he has tons of money. So I think he's probably just a weird, eccentric, spending daddy's money.
Yeah, but I don't think that means that he's gay, though.
It means he's mental.
Well, I think the gay part came when they were participating in anal sex with the doll watcher. I think that's where the gay part comes up.
Did you let the doll watch?
Obviously, it's family inclusive.
No. Good. Well, just making sure.
Cool. The doll had to give them pointers on how to get it done right.
Yeah, it's literally the baby pointing its fingers.
So it's kind of like the opposite of show us on the doll. The doll's showing you.
Where did they touch you, the doll? Where did they touch you? Over there somewhere?
You've got to show the baby where the colon is.
Oh, dude. Really?
It's just elbow deep.
Oh, God.
There, I'm sharing it now so that everyone can see the article that I'm talking about. It's an old article from 2011. These guys must have been pretty well known. They spent 21 years carrying this doll around the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
But
started at
it's
age
not-
20.
Yeah.
Well, no. You know what's
But yeah,
interesting?
but look,
though?
is this any
They all
different?
match. Like they're all wearing the same outfit.
But is this only? This is just like some really expensive Tamagotchi.
No, it's a freaking plastic doll.
I was going to say,
but
that
I mean, you
Tamagotchi
got
would
to
cost
feed
more.
it, look after it and stuff. And it's a Tamagotchi, just a very expensive one.
No, the Tamagotchi
Here,
is actually
take
more
a look at
expensive.
this. Here, they take a picture of it here, and they got it hooked up to a hookah.
See, that's just child neglect. That is. It's
That
child-
is just child abuse, right? Are they
Getting ready to feed it to the dolphin.
No.
See,
No,
this is the reason why they can't have
dolphin
real children.
connection.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
hide its identity because now it's been raped and they're trying to hide it.
To be fair, it is in
Oh
China.
my god, yeah. And they're kissing it? Like, that's creepy.
Why is it creepy kissing it? You kiss your children, right?
Did you see that picture?
They're kissing the doll, its child, their child, on the cheeks. That's not that creepy, apart from the fact that it's a doll. Okay, yeah, it's creepy. Fuck off. I'm not even going to defend that.
Come on, like, really? You're going to argue this one?
I tried. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm still dwelling on the fact that they were feeding it to the dolphins. And we know the dolphins are working with the penguins. So we got our penguin connection, guys.
And to be fair, me and B did a story where there's gay penguins. So...
Gay Nazi penguins. Well, that's that'll be the Hermann Goering connection.
Oh dear. I hope he doesn't gerbil.
Oh, dear.
He doesn't gerbil, he swallows.
Oh dear.
Okay. So that's,
I'm trying to recover from the fucking dolphin connection with the Nazi penguins. I'm shocked. The penguins are up to so much more than I thought they were. This shit's getting ridiculous, guys. We're gonna have to recruit the frogs or something.
No, mate, I told you, it's the walruses. The walruses are the key to the solution.
Well, I have an actual contact with the walruses because we're similar sizes, and I can tell you it's not them.
Well,
Oh, that's your persona.
Yes, that is my persona. Yes.
Oh, that with the cat.
No,
So
no,
it's
that's the
intersection.
cat. No. The cat is what controls me, but I am a walrus.
the cat is
so
what
you're a cat-brained walrus.
Yes,
What the fuck is this shit?
it's a weeb.
Fuck is going on?
We're working towards a chimera, Cabby. Give it time.
This is just. I'm
Oh,
ashamed.
God,
I'm ashamed
no,
to be
no.
here.
Aunt Jack in the chat's going to make you even more ashamed. He asks, if they let the doll participate, is that pedophilia?
No,
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
no, it's not because it's not fucking real.
What if it's a childlike adult novelty?
What the fuck are you on about? Is it a childlike adult novelty thing?
No. What I'm saying is there are actually adult sex toys, and there was talks, and perhaps one of them creating smaller.
The first question
Let me
is
quickly clarify what my point and stuff is. The actual point of fucking a doll? No, that's not pedophilia. Is it the act of thinking that the doll is a child pedophilia? Yes. But actually the act? No.
Is
Okay.
Lola Khan child porn?
Yes,
is it rape?
My brain's being raped at the moment.
Is it rape?
Well,
I mean, the doll didn't get consent, did it?
You're
That's
getting
what I'm going to go
brain
with. Yeah, the doll can't consent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
isn't
yet.
that the standard? Isn't that the standard?
Well, I mean,
But if
can
you
a
can't say
minor
yes,
consent?
if you can't say yes and you can't say no, how can it get consent? Not unless it nods its
Well,
head.
it's like
Well,
the
but that's
entire
material.
world.
It nodded.
If someone's drunk and passed out, they can't say yes and they can't say no. So
But the baby nodded. Like when I
Wait,
got it,
I'm sorry.
wait. Did the
I missed
doll
that
rape
part.
a drunk, passed out person? Like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here?
Well, I'm
I mean,
just
this is-
trying to understand the legal system here.
Yeah,
and how it looks at that.
you can't understand it. It's just nonsense. It's brain aids. Just shit.
Brain AIDS, huh?
Yeah.
No. You do realize we've been discussing these issues more and more recently. Like, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I wonder why. We have anything to do with the fact that we
I didn't
value
think-
life to the point where killing babies is a thing.
I didn't think 3 days after we discussed those hypothetical or actual studies that they were proposing things, that 3 days later that they would be passing laws.
but Beans, just very quickly, if they were doing studies and they were trying to study what the circumstances would actually be, does that not put into your mind or get in the noggin jogging, as good old Jim would say, that they would be actually trying to put this forward as an idea?
Yeah, and also,
I wanted to
no,
break
but
them out,
memes.
but not this
Yes,
way.
But memes. This is the thing. It's got nothing to do with whether you're not. I mean, if you just I mean, you should have thought about it and thought, well, now this really is a bad thing. If they were really to try and do this, this is bad. But no, you didn't. You thought it was a bit of fun. Play a bit, and then suddenly, holy shit, this stuff comes back and bites me in the ass. Because you can't play with certain things. You know, certain things. It's like fireworks. When you are a child, you shouldn't be trusted with matches.
You're saying that I haven't been.
I just said what I said. I don't need you to reinterpret it, mate. I made it quite clear.
It's Kathy Newman. He's Kathy Newman. Just let him be.
Well, nobody would ever take that mimetic and utilize it themselves. But
yeah, I know, but you do it just tediously, and that's all you've got. It's like this one-trick pony. Bring up, get something else, man.
My Little Pony.
Oh, no, you were going after me for.
How can we not ever get
believe I was supporting that you were projecting upon me? I don't know. Maybe it would surprise you. Past three presidents, I voted for Republicans.
Yes, whatever. Good. Well done, you.
And the first president I vote for that wins is Donald Trump.
Woo! Anyway, MC.
Yes.
How's the weather?
It's actually pretty sunny at the moment, although the sun's going down.
Okay, that's nice to know. Wonderful.
We're British. We always talk about the weather.
Gabby, give me your.
Why? No, I don't get it though. Why do British people always talk about the weather? It's either raining or foggy, right? I mean,
it's because
there's not much to talk about.
But it's the degree. It's the degrees of separation of the weather. Well, no, because you can have in one day. You can have snowstorms. You can have hail, bright sunshine, 70 degrees, and then next thing you know, it's fog and then freezing evening again.
Yeah, well,
you don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so you guys live in Oregon.
No, I mean, if it's like that over there, yeah. Hey, Wolfie.
Hey.
Hey, why don't you add me as a friend? Why are you ignoring my friend request?
This shit just got real. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're like a sophomore in high school right now.
Well, just saying. I was just wondering if she'd noticed it or not.
I don't know how to do Discord, honestly. So,
I would say good excuse.
I would say it's because it's you.
It's viable. It's a viable excuse.
No, I like Cabby. I just don't know why. I don't know where where does it show up at to?
Like the top left-hand icon where you can see all the people that you're connected to. There's an option above where it says like all or pending.
We're friends.
There's an option for pending.
We're friends.
Maybe it was one of your other incarnations then that's still pending. It's been going for ages. I just wondered.
Aw, Cabby is like asking for her phone number right now. I'm getting turned down.
Yeah.
Like I already gave you my phone number, Dick.
But she's my favorite lesbian. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah. So what are we talking about today, guys?
We were just talking about the gay couple that went around the world with a doll.
No, we're talking about how memes is a fucking retard again.
Well, you were.
Yeah.
The rest of us were talking about pedophilia with a doll.
As long as we're not talking about killing babies.
Shut the fuck up, memes.
Thank you. You see why I love her?
MC, what were you saying?
Smart lady.
You were answering me or trying to answer me.
Well, I found a story about two gay guys that went around the world with a doll, taking pictures of it with them and this baby doll.
That's really weird.
And then tell them how the story went into a really weird direction thanks to Mad Dog reading the chat.
Why is there a doll? Why a doll?
Oh, you never did like 5th grade sugar babies?
What the fuck is that?
No, in like the 5th or 6th grade, they give you like a 5-pound bag of sugar or maybe like a dozen eggs or something. You're supposed to take care of it for like a week or so.
We call that a cake.
I was raised in the South. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got pregnant.
Oh.
They let us go early for hunting season, okay?
Bag of flour and eggs. God, in the Second World War, that would have been fucking 6 meals.
Wait a second. Did Common Core ditch the
TV.
sugar babies? Because that might be a travesty.
What do you mean it's a travesty? It's a travesty they even had it, memes.
It's learning how to care for something.
How does it carrying around a sack of flour or a sack
took care of my dogs or my cats or some shit or
teach you
whatever.
how to care for anything?
Well, it's supposed to teach you responsibility. You're supposed to bring it wherever
supposed
you go.
to, and you know what? It's another retarded idea that got introduced
weird.
because some fucking little,
We're not supposed to promote responsibility.
I've never seen that before outside of movies. I've never
probably didn't include it in Common Core.
Now, Yeah, well,
Wait,
exactly. Common Core, some fucking liberal little freakoid like yourself. Ended up thinking it was a good idea.
I've literally just
And,
come up with a really good idea.
and then you end up with parents who, you know, oh yeah, when suddenly their baby turns out to actually make noises and shit itself, which the bag of flour didn't do, right? Because the bag of flour didn't shit itself and cry. Then they ended up, you know, like,
no, if you're carrying around a bag of sugar and you have to deal with the ant menace, well, you know what to do when your baby gets attacked by ants. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all right.
Was it flour?
Go down to the store and buy a new one.
Hang on, is this a class thing? I mean, one's saying sugar, one's saying flour.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The sweater that memes made, learn to code. I kind of want that. I kind of want that.
Well, no, and why is that not? Why is that not in my merch store? There, memes, you asshole. What's going on here? Thought we were on the same team.
Matt,
we
you
can
got
set up the
someone in
contract.
chat. You got someone in chat that wants to join. Legendary Blue Gamer. It's up to you.
All right. No, I'll go ahead and throw the link out. Why not?
Right, I'm gonna get off because at this moment in time it is coming up to 20 to fucking 1.
Yep, and it's not Christmas, by the way. Get that fucking hat off your head.
I haven't got the hat on my head, have I, dickhead? I'm actually using
Well,
my
I
video.
don't know. I'm just taking your word for it.
There's an actual video right here.
Yeah, you can see it.
I don't want to see you live. What is this? Some kind of
You
sex
may not
channel?
want to. You may not want to, but that was the point that you.
But
can.
you are, because we're live from.
You realize that when you said that, what he's going to take as a suggestion is to take a snapshot of your head and replace it with a doll.
I will actually probably try and do that if I can actually do that without it.
It's really creepy.
I will put your cat's head on your head.
No, it's fine. I can do that. I can do that.
I've already got the head completely separate.
I bet you got the head.
No. Actually, last time I used CSG's head, it was putting it on Goku.
Sorry. Right, I'm off.
I can do an impression of Vegeta. It's
Take care, mate.
1,000!
I still love that name.
On that note, I'm going. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.
What's going on, LBG? Right?
Yeah, it's the legendary Blue Gamer. And I don't know what I do is I make animations.
Not legendary.
I make animations.
What? Oh no, shit! What type of software do you use, brother? Do you use what is it? Blender or?
I use WonderShell for Mara.
What level of what side of the spectrum are you on?
That was very nicely put.
No.
That was nicely put. That was extremely well put.
What type of stuff do you like animating, man?
Oh, okay. I like to I like to animate stuff that's cell shaded. More cartoony. Yeah.
So
like old school DBZ.
So what side of the spectrum are you on, my friend?
I'm up at 7.5.
What? On the psychotic scale? which spectrum are we talking about?
I'm talking about the autistic spectrum.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not getting answers here.
Yeah, are you artistic?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Is that the answer you're looking for? Then yes, I am autistic.
Where are you on the scale?
Hey, I'm just
No,
making sure,
leave the kid alone. Just here's the thing.
I'm not making fun. I was seriously asking him, meme. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, look. Okay. Now here's the second question. What is your dosage?
What? I'm
Savage.
I'm sorry, but that's a natural evolution.
Okay, what?
Bear Dog Wolfie is nice. Cabbage can be mean.
Well, yeah.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. He has a medical condition.
God damn it, Cabby.
But I still have friends, all right? Jeez.
Yeah,
No,
Savage,
dude. Hey,
you realize all
that is
humanity is
fun.
on a very broad spectrum, brother.
Don't,
We each have our own individuality. We're all
don't
human.
bring out God Life again, because obviously God Life was one of those trolls who, even on the next level, would try to do something like this.
I'm not a troll. I'm just an asshole.
Honest
This is
God.
just how I am.
No, he's
We're
on
on the
He
same
knows you.
spectrum as God Life on PlayStation.
My nephew is autistic, but that's how I kind of knew. I don't know.
Anyway, no, okay,
You
so
chew furniture.
Oh my God, Cabbage!
Look, I'm
Yeah.
interested.
Oh
I'm
my
Cabbage,
concerned.
he's not a
Wait, you
dog.
never fallen asleep on furniture and kind of got your mouth a little bit? You never chew the end of the sofa? Come on.
wait a minute. Memes. Are you saying
I
you
also
furniture?
play video games. So, yeah, I also play video games as well.
Okay, that's better than chewing furniture. That's good.
And the games that I have on my PC are Fortnite, Super Smash Brothers, Sonic Riders, and some other games.
You sound like a sound fella.
All right. No, but here's the thing, though. Wolfshot, like, yeah, the original conversation was the New York law. What do you think about that? Because you are pro-choice, aren't you, Wolfshot? I don't want to put words in your mouth, so correct me.
Didn't we have this discussion last night, or were you really high?
Yeah. No. Well, it is what it is. But that's what they were talking about when I woke up and jumped in. So, like, they started this shit before I even woke up. I woke up and I was already.
I mean,
live.
I'm pro-choice.
I actually have this really funny meme that you guys should see. Since I am the meme lord.
Oh, you're a meme lord and a legend. You're getting promoted at a hell of a pace.
You can call me Lord Meme.
Mad Dog, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, memes of destruction.
I'm not doing anything. I'm wondering memes of destruction here is going to wig out because
Mad
it's
Dog,
being
this is you.
culturally appropriated.
Mr. Trump. Oh my God. This one you're gonna love. It's called Your Mean One, Mr. Trump.
I can't tell if this dude is fucking with us or not.
Mr. Trump.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, that's why I have this playing. That's the thing. You see.
I'm gonna put my stuff on screen share real quick, okay?
Yeah, excellent.
I hope it's not gay porn.
It's not gay porn. Okay.
Mad Dog. Mad Dog, please.
No, it's not. No necrophilia or anything like that. That would be.
Wait for it.
Mad Dog.
Wait,
No, I hear you, Wolfshot. I'm about 10 seconds away. And yeah. Have a good one, kid. Bye.
Peace out, brother.
So the people used to call up the, the old
that was a
call-in
lot
shows.
of fun. That was that was a lot of, yeah.
Well, no,
And you see, you all went totally liberal, and it's like, oh no, don't be mean to him. He's always autistic. And
Well,
it's
he's not
like,
a dog. He's not a dog, Matt.
Well, I don't know. He could chew furniture. I was only asking.
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know if homeboy was jumping in here to fuck with us or what, but yeah. Either way, I don't feel like picking on a poor kid today. So he's gone. Good night. Good luck. And go to France, kid. You'll fit in.
Dude, I like France.
Don't take a yellow vest.
Wait. No, you're required to.
No, silver pantaloons. I think we're up to silver pantaloon level now.
Are we back to like the Spartacus mask days?
No, nobody suggested that. It said pantaloons.
Where did
I don't know
MC
what
go?
pantaloons got to do with Spartacus and masks? Fucking
Yeah, MC was heavily sick and.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, no, MC ran because of the spectrum. No,
well, and I mean, memes were combined with Spectrum. I mean,
That was
it
one
only a
hell of
matter
a
of
spectrum.
time before it turned into a CERN experiment.
That was one hell of a spectrum. I told you.
Well, no, I'm just wondering, memes, was that your cousin?
Oh.
Not that I know of. I haven't met that cousin.
That's his sister.
Well, no, that's his sister.
Wait, I have a sister.
Well, I mean, the thing about the New York, I think I said this last night that I'm pro-choice, but not for late-term abortion.
Or
Right?
partial birth abortion. Stuff
Whatever.
Like that. I do remember the
called.
conversation. Well, shot. I was trying to rescue the show because that kid was like, I don't know, sucking all the energy out of the whole stream.
Yeah,
So-
that was a lot of fun. Don't do it again, okay?
Yeah, but Memes has been doing that.
Oh no,
for
but no,
weeks.
you just put it out there. He's been watching us and stuff. He pays attention. He's a person that pays attention. He's free to be on the
Meme,
internet and everything.
shut the
Shut
fuck
up.
up.
Seriously, you're a babbling fucking loon.
That guy was just either trolling or, I mean, I don't like, I mean, fuck. God damn it, Mad Dog. This is your fault. I'm feeling bad for making fun of this
Well,
kid.
no. Are you going to call the kid retarded or not?
No, I didn't. I asked if he was on the spectrum, okay?
Hey, I'll call it retarded. No, I mean, look, either way, just somebody fucking about or whatever. You know, I mean, I thought it was all fucking about.
I don't
didn't
mind if
think
he's
it was
taking the
retarded.
piss, but
Wait a second. Are
Oh,
there?
shut up, Memes. Fuck off.
So what you're
Every
saying is
fucking second.
there
That's it.
there are people on the.
Never fucking ends, does it?
Sometimes we're not sure if people are trolling or maybe
Yeah, like you mean?
on the spectrum potentially, and people respond differently.
There is no spectrum for you.
Maybe there's nothing wrong with being kind to our fellow human being.
No, bollocks. Fuck off.
No, I love it how Memes knows you well enough, Cabby, to where he has his finger over the unmute button. Like he's he's like, I know what Cabby's gonna do.
oh, have y'all seen my governor, you guys?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, the racist,
what?
Governor Northam or whatever, and he was there was a yearbook, and he was they don't know who he was dressed as, but someone was dressed as a KKK guy, and the other was dressed as a black guy in blackface.
Oh, yeah, I heard about something.
Yeah, Google Virginia governor blackface. It's all over the news.
Oh,
that's it came up. That's
How
right.
long ago was this?
Like 2
I was
seconds,
watching-
like an hour ago.
No.
Yeah,
How
I
long
was-
ago was the situation?
Oh, I don't know. I guess he was in college. It's in a college fucking yearbook.
Is he more on the millennial end or Generation X or
Gen X, I think.
Boomer or
Gen X. It's everywhere.
I mean, God. Okay, right. Everybody's favorite little, actor, Hugh Laurie, from House. I can show you several clips of him. I mean, being in blackface. I mean,
Jimmy Kimmel did his Karl Malone bit and shit, and I think that was within the past 10 years, maybe 15.
Yeah, like I said, even more recently
But it's a bigger deal now because of the political climate we're in.
Yeah, but but it's only because people want to take offense. Nobody took offense before. Black people didn't take offense to it. They just saw it as, like, it's just part of the malaise.
It's not tasteful. It's distasteful.
It isn't. It's not.
No, I mean, they probably thought back then that it was distasteful.
No, they didn't back then. It's only recent people that have really given a shit about it. Nobody gave a fuck about it when it was going back to the days of, what was his
minstrel
name?
shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody gave a fuck about it. I mean, it's just something that was there. It's only people in hindsight that are taking offense to this.
So unless you're that goat creature that plays its salute that lives for thousands of years, Cabbage, I'm not
fuck
sure
off, me.
that's what
You
people
fucking
thought.
annoying cunt. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
What
yeah,
about
yeah.
a-
It's all about,
wait,
it's all
wait,
about
wait.
your bullshit.
What about a goat? What about a goat?
Oh, that's Cabby's persona,
Yeah,
probably.
fucking rant. Don't bounce this cunt. Annoying me.
He just has
Anyways,
the scruffy goatee.
but that was the news here.
Oh, he's the dude from Billy Goes Gruff.
Who?
Shut up, Memes.
Seriously, man. And he does it every time, and it derails everything. This is all he ever does. And
It's trending on. It's trending on Twitter.
He's a pure.
What? Blackface? Blackface is trending on Twitter.
Pretty much, it's Northam, Northam. Virginia governor admits to wearing racist costume in medical school.
Yeah, but that's nothing. I mean, look, Prince Harry just a few years ago had a Nazi uniform.
I know,
on,
but they
so,
gave him
you know.
shit about that too.
Yeah, but nobody cared about it. A day later,
Japan still
nobody
have the
cared
Nazi
about it.
uniforms. Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
really care over there.
Nobody gives a shit about any of this
They're-
stuff. In
they're also
reality,
stereotyping trans people.
but nobody gives a shit about any of this stuff. It's only a certain small group, so you know, the squeaky fucking wheels who scream about it. But nobody else is like walking around, concerning themselves with this when they're going to work in the morning. It's absolute bullshit.
Well,
A bunch of journalists, and
talking
I've got to say,
right now.
here we go, right? And this is the great thing, like these Huffington Post and all these fucking liberal, cunts who are they're gonna, that won't go broke, whatever. But all of these Huffington Post and BuzzFeed and everyone losing their jobs and being told to code, fuck them. They fucking deserved it. They brought it on themselves, and nobody should feel sorry for these twats.
Well, yeah, no, and on that note, Cabby learned to code. But
What do you mean? My job was coding, mate. I'm not only that, networking.
That's what makes it funny. That's what makes it better. I mean, come on, dude.
Actually, it should be. There should be probably something.
You're welcome, Cabby.
Learn ASP or whatever. Hey, I don't get any fucking commissions, so why should I thank anyone for any of it?
If
Fuck
you
off.
help set it up, we could give you money. I'll give you
Nah.
half.
I'm you pimping me out, you fucking whore.
Well, no, and it's even sparkly with like pink sparkles, Cabby. I mean,
I know,
you
I
gotta
want it.
that.
Oh, good. Can't you stick a unicorn horn on it too?
B, get on it.
But no, I mean, here's the thing, though. All right,
No,
so
see,
like
my image is
nobody-
being abused. You see, what happened to the protection of your your not identity, the brand, my bloody
Your
brand.
intellectual property.
Yes.
Your likeness.
No, I can't do that. You see, because then it all gets a little bit too weird.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. You do realise that anybody wearing that, if they get their dick out, it's going to flap on Cabby's mouth. I just thought I'd mention this. I'll let you guys make your own decisions.
Well, my dad was going to make pillowcases with my likeness on them for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, we're shoving the Cabby merch out. That's what we're doing.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. No, Matt. No, you can't do that because you know where this will eventually end up. Because at some point, if they're going to make adult sex dolls, and Cabby,
I am not going
already
into
a
the
doll,
Cabby sex doll business. No, I veto
Sex
that
dolls
idea.
are
I mean.
expensive. They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, just make sure you get paid first.
Yeah, before you get fucked.
Buy a woman for cheaper. I mean,
No freebies.
No, don't joke about that. That was happening up in New Hampshire, and I think maybe even down here.
Well, live
They
for
were
your
getting
guy,
child
my
trafficking. No, we're not selling people.
But no, here's the thing, though. I actually want to talk about this whole Virginia thing for a little bit more. Like, why exactly is what you did back in college when he was probably in college, what, 25, 30 years ago? Why exactly should I give a fuck?
Oh, hang on.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Beach, you can do a blackface version of me. That'd be good, like a Gollywog one. That'd be cool.
God damn it.
No, I'd like that. That'd be cool. I'd like that. Because I'd add it to my collection too. I'm doing cards. It's gonna be a tabletop game. I've already got the Crusader. I've got the Jihadi. I want to make a Mexican. I want a Chinese version with the sort of the Chinese hat on. I mean proper. No, shut up, you fuck. What the Chinese hat? Proper Ying Tong thing, right? Going old school. We've got to have one for each continent, and then playing cards for different power base. So it'll be a tabletop game.
Well, no,
what's the plan? Is it who can be the most racist?
Well, it depends. Each one will have different powers. It'll be like
it's a racist deck of
it'll be
avatars.
No, it's not. You see, shut up, memes. How can you tell people what it is? You don't even know what the fuck it is, dick.
So
the
what?
head,
So
the head of the
I'm explaining
NAACP
it.
is calling for Northam to step down in light of these pictures.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
NAACP.
reading it. I'm reading it live.
Oh, but come on, the SP. What was it? The SP.
The
Southern Poverty Law Center.
SPLC.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but you
SPLC.
remember how they went after what was his name with the because he lived in where there was a rock that had nigger something on it. That was just something that was there.
That
like,
was
been
Rick
there for
Perry.
hundreds
That
of
was
years.
the ranch he used to go to.
Yeah, and apparently that somehow
He's now
tainted him.
Secretary of the Department of Energy, one of the 3 bureaus he forgot when he
Yeah.
was debating Ron Paul.
Because he didn't. Well, he should have called up. He should have called up Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt could have taken that boulder away. That would have solved all of his problems.
Well, no, Monday Matt was busy picking up the boulders. I mean, he tried to call him.
Wait, someone had a nigger rock. I want one.
Yeah.
It wasn't a rock; it was a head.
Oh god!
really?
I feel like I'm gonna get lynched up in this one.
Still had a carving on it.
No, this
Don
Northern
Lemon
guy
said it on live TV.
Is gonna get lynched though, for real.
What, the rock? You can't lynch a rock.
No, the
You'll
guy
never know
who
when it's dead.
this governor dude is gonna get
Oh.
lynched, probably.
Well, that would be appropriate. I hope they do it while
Well,
he's
I
in
mean-
blackface.
No! You don't murder somebody for doing. He was having a terrible fucking
No, he's
costume.
no, it's all right.
Oh yeah, Resign Ralph is trending. Ralph Northam, by the way, it's trending. Wow.
Well, isn't he a Democrat too?
Yes,
right?
he is. He is.
Well, you see,
funny how that always works out.
well, it always comes back to bite you in the ass when you act like a fucking spineless cunt.
Wait, where was this?
Yeah.
Virginia.
What was
Speaking
going on in
of
Virginia
spineless
recently?
cunt.
Have you
That's
been
me
not paying
talking again.
attention when I was fucking? He dressed up.
He's
He
fucking
was.
annoying.
He was. I don't know. In his college yearbook, there's a picture of him either dressed up as a KKK guy or him dressed up in blackface.
Well, he could just be a very bad ghost.
Yes, of course he could.
It was in medical school probably 30 years ago, I suppose.
Well, as long as he wasn't wearing blackface.
I don't know if he won't say which costume he was in, so I'm assuming it was blackface. However, they're asking him to step down as governor.
For having a costume.
If it was me, I wouldn't.
Wait. How long ago was
But I'm
this?
an asshole.
How long ago was this?
I don't know. He's Gen X.
How old is he?
I don't, dude. I don't fucking know.
Why do you keep entertaining this cunt?
What? Because he dressed up.
asked. Yes.
No, you're the cunt. I was
What?
referring- Yes.
Well, you've said that before.
Yes, and I'm repeating it today.
So
Oh.
they essentially want him to give up being a governor because of this picture that came out.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. Like, let's be real about this, Wolfshot. What happens if fucking someone else was governor right now? Let's say an African American, black guy, whatever you want to fucking say. And they were dressing up as a fucking I don't know what's offensive to us. Nothing really, but I don't know. He was in a toga. He was at a toga party. Was he culturally appropriating? fucking Roman
Exactly.
culture? I mean,
Exactly.
Dude, I don't know.
Wait a second.
Oh, shut up. Right.
Well,
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good question. It could be anything, right? I mean, it's the whole.
What's the
I mean,
focus?
it
The
doesn't matter what
NAACP
it is that he did. They could find some reason.
The NAACP did say they were like, it doesn't matter what party they belong to, blackface is never appropriate. However, he never said which costume he was in. So I don't know. If it was me, I wouldn't step down. I wouldn't give a shit, honestly.
And the thing is, though, what could happen if, say, you were using not blackface, but you just put on some tan? You know, so would that be what you're appropriating Mexico?
Well,
so
that's like
now you're just gonna
like
get
orange
yeah, but
face,
it's
like what, you're trying to be Donald Trump.
there you go.
But
I mean,
we crucified Mitt Romney or someone. Someone on the Republican side for writing a paper about how women should be in the kitchen and shit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know, and they weren't wrong. Just saying.
I mean, your car can blow up if you want it to, Mad Dog.
Well, as long as he's not driving like a Pinto or something. Or I forgot whatever it was.
No, I like my job. I'm sorry. I'm a pretty good fucking mechanic. I'm pretty good at what I do. I like my job.
I like cars.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you're good at making sandwiches too, though. I mean,
My
maybe
wife
you need
is
a
good at
career
making
shift.
my wife is good at making sandwiches. But
Ooh,
she's she also has a job. But he wrote
What's
an
her best
essay
sandwich?
like 84 years ago, and he got crucified during the I think it was the primaries. I can't remember if it was Mitt Romney or some other asshole. Fuck, who was it?
Well, no, this outrage culture is really the problem, right? I mean, come on. Like, once again, it could have been a fucking toga party. It could have been fucking Jamal hanging out with a fucking toga.
But unfortunately, you know, people are going to dig up your past. That's a part of politics. That's a part of being in the public eye, right? People are going to dig up your past.
Well, that's why you just got to own it. If you do something stupid, you meant that you do something stupid, because we all do stupid shit.
I mean, he released an apology or whatever the fuck, and
no, you don't do that. No.
Well, I wouldn't have either. I wouldn't have either. He's already
what's
fucked.
up, Pete? How you doing?
What's going on? How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing good. We're talking a little bit about blackface. Which
You know,
is,
what about the
interesting.
like? My wife brings up a good point. She's like, "What about the college that like printed the picture? Why aren't we holding them accountable?"
Wait,
You know
hold
what I'm
on,
saying?
wait. This was in the college yearbook.
Yeah, this was in the medical college yearbook. Yeah.
So there's a yearbook that exists that went through the college's editorial review.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting.
It was the 80s. It was a very different time.
Was it the
Oh,
80s?
that's-
Was
well,
it the
that's the
80s?
thing. I was born in the 80s. So I
It was
couldn't
the
really
80s.
say.
Okay.
I remember when it switched from 89 to 90 because that was before we really learned.
Meme, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, memes. You are the best salesperson for that "Shut Up" memes T-shirt that I could ever find. So I
Oh.
appreciate it, buddy.
But
I used to be one.
I didn't know it was the 80s. I knew he was Gen X. I just didn't know, like, whatever. I just think it's retarded. But they're going to dig up your past. That's just how it is.
I'm surprised it took him so long to dig that one up. You'd think that
Yeah.
it would have been dug up when he was running for governor.
Like, when he first started his political career. I hate to put those two words together, but it is what it
We
is.
didn't have the internet as we know it because somebody may have come across it. Somebody probably had it, but he probably also wasn't in the position he was in, and people probably didn't really care at that point.
Well, no. Memes. Here's the thing, man. Like I've said it a million times. I own fucking more than one Confederate flag. What? If I ran for office, they will find my streams and they will dig that up and they will lambaste me for owning a Confederate flag.
I mean, it's true.
Well,
Yeah.
we've already run this scenario when you initially proposed that I actually manage your campaign, remember? And I just told you, no, just fucking own it. This is who you are, because I don't think you're a hateful person. I mean, you do stupid shit, but we all do stupid shit. So if that was something you were really to entertain, isn't
Says the
that
guy
the
with
best
the
thing?
Yu-Gi-Oh fucking avatar.
Hey, the memes of production was taken in all relevant forms. So I took the antithesis, the memes of destruction, which reminded me of, oh, what was the ultimate engine of destruction? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, look, I have blue eyes. I'm kind of white, and I like dragons.
Kind of white. I've seen you. You're white.
Hey, let me get on some sun. Like, give me a week or two at the beach, man.
But I mean, it's like if I ran for public office, I have a Confederate flag tattooed on my arm. I'm not going to get away from that. So it's like, but I honestly don't think it's.
What does it mean to you?
It means I'm from
It doesn't
the South.
matter though, does it? At this point, it doesn't matter.
No, because there's a reason you get a tattoo. Just anybody in the tattoo community should tell you that, right?
They just want your money, like any business.
No. I'm not talking. I'm talking about people who get tattoos.
Okay, I've got 12 tattoos.
I'm just saying, why'd you get that tattoo?
Because I don't know. I really want. It's Southern pride to me. It's where I'm from. I don't know.
Why did you get and put up your flags, Matt?
Because my family fought in the war. And it is what it is. Yeah, I'm joining the Sons of Confederate Veterans as well. Which automatically would put me on one of those nice lists that the SPLC, fucking Southern Poverty Law Center, likes to put out, right?
But
Like,
regardless, unfortunately, regardless of when this happened, how long ago this happened, etc., all these extenuating circumstances, he's probably going to end up being forced out. And it's unfortunate.
Is it unfortunate? I don't know. Was he in favor of this abortion bill that was coming up through Virginia? I mean, it might be a good thing that he's being forced out.
Well, that's what painted the target on his back to begin with. As soon as he was for that abortion bill, the floodgates opened, and they were going to find something on him regardless. So this is what happens. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
I honestly don't. I just.
Wait. No. I actually. Here's the thing, Peter. How likely do you think it is that basically the potential passing of this bill maybe caused many folks that heard about it to start to scour and just dig in and just utilizing maybe the internet and folks in real life to gather this information?
I think that's absolutely what it was. I think that was the impetus for people to go digging for dirt on this guy, and they found it, and it is damning. So he's fucked. That's just the matter of the fact is he's fucked. He's going to have to resign. There's no way you bounce back from this.
People who think that bill will pass here, they're pretty fucking retarded. It won't pass here. That bill in New York won't pass in Virginia.
No, but here's the thing, Wolfshot. Just actually think about this for a minute. Like this, imagine like the mimetic, like at least what people take away from this. Because I remember hearing that the New York thing passed, and then all of a sudden I hear this thing in Virginia. I literally thought the bill had almost passed or was getting ready to go to the governor's desk. I guess it was initially
it's in
they
the
were going
House.
to bring it. Okay.
Right now it's either in the House or the Senate. I can't fucking remember. It's somewhere, and it's basically being fought over right now. It's not going to pass.
It up. From what I heard is they pretty much shredded the fucker.
They brought it to debate on the floor, and basically it wasn't. I think they didn't actually even bring it to the floor. They were going about it in committee most likely, and then they're probably trying to redraft another thing.
Well, it's like the decriminalization of marijuana bills. They shot those down, both of those bills, and Republicans were the majority of the ones who said fuck no. And it's a goddamn shame.
Is there a difference between the New York and the Virginia bill? Because I remember hearing about the New York thing, but I didn't think it was
the wording, the legal wording. Some of it was different, but most of it was the same.
Because was one more severe or less restrictive?
Yeah, but no, it was basically the same thing.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's just fucking evil.
It's just, I don't.
That's the reason. It's the fucking people, man.
That's why I don't get into these abortion.
You're not to deprive another person of life, liberty. It's the Fifth Amendment, man.
Well, yeah.
Without due process.
Apparently, you don't give a shit about that.
What are you talking about? Wait. Yeah. Who are you talking about with due process? Are you talking about the woman who wants the abortion, or are you talking about the...
I'm talking about the kid that's already been and debating whether they should terminate it.
I hear you, Mrs. Wolf. I hear you.
Well, once again, my line is at conception. So that's where I draw the line. So third trimester partial birth abortion is fucking insanity to me.
You see, that's why I really respect you with that, Maddox, because you've drawn your line and you said this is, as far as I'm concerned. But you have also agreed that people taking, say, the blue pill afterwards, like the day after pill, because that may not be conception at that point.
Yeah, no, I am okay with the morning after pill, which I don't know how I can I guess it is a little bit contradictory, right? That I'm okay with that and not the other
thing. But only on the basis that it may or may not be conceived at that point, right? The little spermies might still be on their way. You don't know when you take
I think
that
the biggest issue we face with abortion is the fact that a lot of people are still not educated, and this abstinence only system of sex education in schools, it just doesn't. Or
but who's promoting abstinence? There's condoms for everyone. Here, you can get free
the South
contraception everywhere.
No, but a lot of people don't know that.
It's better to need it and not strike that, reverse it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
A lot of schools in the South still teach abstinence-only education and don't answer questions like, where do I get condoms? Where can I get birth control? How does this work? How does that work? I think educating kids on, safe sex is very paramount.
You start off educating kids on sex, and next thing you know, you got a transsexual coming in and doing stories to 2-year-olds.
I said safe sex.
Holy shit. Jack Dorsey is on Joe Rogan.
Oh, wow.
20 minutes ago.
And sex education should be to like 15, 16-year-olds because that's when you start fucking.
I heard that.
Shut up, Mrs. Wolf.
She was a slut. She was a young developer.
I was a slut. Let me tell you. I think I was 13 or 14 when I first fucked a girl or something. I don't remember. Anyway.
Was it fucking? Was it pegging? Or was it just... I think you were scissoring.
Cabby,
scissoring.
Cabby, enough.
I made her come. I think that's enough. Anyways.
Okay.
But
you scissor the shit out of her.
I don't scissor. Scissoring is, no, I don't.
Oh,
Scissoring is like means giraffe. It doesn't exist.
All right. The views expressed by the panel are not necessarily the views of Mad Dogs Productions or Mad Libertarian, respectively. They are the views of those expressing them.
And nor is my image has been misappropriated.
I just think that education, is being educated in certain things is better than letting willful ignorance. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but here's the thing, though. People are being educated, even if they're from the South. Even if you don't have sex education up to par like you would want it, you're still being educated about sex. I mean, fucking how to put on a condom. It's not fucking...
Well, the internet is more available now as well.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. When I was coming up, the internet wasn't as big. So a lot of information was passed down through either your friends or...
I would not want my kids being, having the sex education from the internet. I mean, Christ, you've seen this stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Next thing you know, you end up with a memes.
I mean, that's true, too. That's why, porn isn't exactly the best sex educator in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want furries? Because this is how you get furries.
Exactly. Dangerous behavior.
I think a lot of that may be due to Sonic Saturday AM, along with the fact of you have a whole plethora of Disney movies, syndicated shows, DuckTales, woo-hoo, and among other things.
What the fuck have they got to do with anything?
They're anthropomorphic creatures that are played by human beings.
Or parents need to actually...
And emotions for.
Fuck off, would you? Just for once, would you? Fuck off.
I was just saying that parents should take a role in educating their children and not lying to them about,
Oh God, I had the most embarrassing experience being taught about sex with my mother. I'm not joking. It was a banana with the condom. Oh my God! I wanted to crawl inside my own skin. I
saw that on Nickelodeon.
As embarrassing as that is, I mean, it's still more of an education than half these people. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the thing was, I mean, the point of the condom thing was, I mean, that was bad enough, but she was also explaining the sort of the whole concept of sex and stuff. I mean, it was the whole thing that went around this. I mean, and it's just, I mean, it's embarrassing, but it didn't do me any harm, and it was something which certainly stood me in better stead than say watching something on fucking YouTube, like on those, the weird kids channels that they had.
Well, when my parents explained sex to me, they did all the correct terms and everything else. And I think parents should, not necessarily the school system, the parents should take a role in educating their children on sex. But I don't know, some parents don't want to do that and leave it to the school and vice versa. It's a really weird dynamic.
Yeah, but the thing is, kids are going to pick it up from their friends because their friends are going to learn it. I mean, it's like behind the bike sheds, right? Some kid always learns something before everybody else, and then it's, what's that all about? And then people,
I know, but I sure shit didn't want to learn from my retarded ass friends. You know what I'm saying?
You chose your friends. That's not my problem.
Well, no, okay, so yeah, let's be real. The parents do have a fucking responsibility here. You don't just throw your fucking 14-year-old son a fucking Playboy and be like, here, learn from that. That's not how this works. You know what I mean?
I don't even think Playboy does a jack diddly shit for that. I mean, you should at least toss him a Hustler or something. At least there's penetration in that.
Actually, no, Playboy. I do remember learning about which is it? The Reaver boats. They had a very good article about Reaver boats that I still remember to this day.
Well, no, they always had great cartoons up in there too. I'm just saying, but you know, it is what it is. It's not what you learn from.
Yeah, but the thing is, but they're not porn. I mean, that's the thing with a magazine like that. It's just a body.
Yeah, but you don't want to have the kid learning from Planned Parenthood where they're going to go above the fucking parents. They're going to tell the kid, you know what, you can have an abortion and you don't need to fucking notify anybody. You don't need to tell your mom and dad. They don't even need to know fucking anything happened. Just come in here and we'll wrap it up in 30 minutes. What?
I don't think that's the top thing and the first thing they're explaining to folks.
Oh, you don't?
I do believe they actually have.
Planned Parenthood actually does a lot more than abortion. They do actually go into breast exams. They go into uterine cancers, all the contraception, et cetera, et cetera. God, you're the guy from Big Mouth who's like, it's an abortion factory. That's who you are. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, are they selling body parts? Yes or no?
Oh, they're not. I don't.
Yeah, they are. There's proof.
Oh well, did you see
they're selling body parts. I need you to know.
Wolfie, did you see the most recent one where it's one of the ex?
Project Veritas?
No, it was.
This is a thing.
No, it was a recent. The Crowder was interviewing. It's about a 40-minute interview with one of the ex. Yeah, I mean, like significant people.
I saw the interview.
Yeah, you know, and she pretty much laid it out. So, you know, it's not an abortion factory necessarily, but it's certainly not exactly deterring people from doing it. And she did point out in that one that it was a business. So it's about, you know, you don't give extra advice. If we can get the abortion, we make more money.
Isn't everything a business?
Well,
no, but Cabbage is saying at times they may classify it as a revenue generating unit.
Exactly, which is what she even said. It was revenue generating.
I'm the only one who doesn't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Of course you don't, because you don't intend to give birth at any point in the near future.
But it doesn't matter. It does not matter to me because it's not my fucking business. It's not.
No, but you are part of society.
It's a morality question that people.
Fine. I don't have morality. That's fine.
About.
If that.
No. It's you said it that it doesn't really involve you. You don't really care what another person does with their body. I mean, that's an opinion, dude. Everyone has an opinion. It's different, and these are very difficult topics that make people feel uncomfortable.
Shut up about yours.
How often that you should do all these things?
Hey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that Mrs. Means?
Yeah.
That's Mrs. Wolf.
Mrs. Wolf. Sorry.
No, and I didn't exactly hear what she said. But the thing is, is it my business what you do with your body? No, it's not. But then again, why do we prosecute murderers? Why is it my business if some dude killed his wife?
I don't want to treat a woman like a cow. I don't want to force her to have kids.
I don't know.
I'm not into that.
Somebody forced her to open her legs.
Yeah, and the guy wasn't forced to ejaculate into her vagina either.
No, but he will be forced to pay for that baby for the rest of that goddamn fucking 18 years, won't he?
Yeah, but at least she's having the baby, right? That's what you want, right? That she's having the baby.
No, the fact remains, though, that the woman has the ultimate control. No matter
That's what you want. You're pro-birth. You're not pro-life. Stop it.
Is this how the second Civil War starts?
No, it isn't.
No, because we're arguing.
No, shut up, memes. Yeah,
now you have the governor.
No, Wolfie and MC. Shut the fuck up. Wolfie and MC. We're having an exchange.
They're the Democratic governor.
Fucking derailer, man. Why'd you let this quack keep doing it
right now?
Seriously, man. This is a fucking derailer of every conversation. Look, Wolfie and you were having an exchange.
I mean, Mad Dog, you got upset with me when I said that I would choose my wife over an unborn child. I mean, I love my wife. I would choose her every time because I can't make
It is
another wife.
2019. It is 2019. How many times does a pregnancy actually kill the woman in circa
A lot,
2019?
actually. In the United States, there's actually a lot of.
You
No,
wanna
look
cite
it
some
up.
sources?
Seriously. No, seriously, look it up.
Go ahead. Cite some sources.
The burden of proof is on you, sir, not me.
No, the burden of, really, the burden of proof is on me. Okay, fine. Let's look at this. How
There's
often?
for a first world nation, we actually have a very high death rate in this country. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. I was surprised about that, actually.
Yeah,
did
no,
see
it's
that.
fucking weird
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that.
for a first world nation.
Hmm.
Even
Well,
the UK has a better birth
I
rate.
put that down to the healthcare, like the available.
Yeah, I agree. I put that down to the availability of certain medical things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't replace my wife, but I can have more children. So that's how I feel about it.
Well, no, I'm looking up the numbers right now.
Well, we're actually looking for because birth rates per 1,000. They have a 2016 list on Wikipedia. 16 plus. The only two states were Alaska and looks like Utah. And then
Well,
death
what I
rate, Utah.
got here, I got 303,000 women worldwide in 2015. It's not breaking down to the United States numbers, and if you want to look at the 303,000 worldwide, I would bet the house on the fact that most of those are in third world countries. Should we look up the abortion rate? How many abortions?
I don't
are
care
there
how
every
many fucking abortions there were. 70 million or so, 33 million. I don't give a shit.
A lot more than 303,000.
I don't care. Because I already know.
Well,
I know it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter to me because it's none of my fucking business.
So are we wasting oxygen?
Well, once again, it's none of my business if the dude down the street kills his wife, right?
It's not. It's not. Honestly, it's not.
Okay, so we should no longer prosecute murder.
Yeah, but it's not my job to prosecute anybody.
It's
Okay.
in respect to the fact that if somebody is going to kill another person, they may kill other people. So you're trying to
So the baby
affect
is a
and protect
person.
society, and it
Wait. So the baby is a person, means?
I don't give a fuck if the baby is a person. If it's threatening the life of my wife, I'm gonna fucking kill it. There you go. And I don't give a
It is what it
shit.
is, all right.
Oh, that's like the general Republican platform. I thought for years was like, what'd they say? Like rape, incest, and the life of the mother.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
303,000 circa 2015 worldwide.
Yeah, I don't give a
What?
fuck about anybody else but my wife.
But
say.
okay, you told me to get the numbers. I got the numbers, and now that doesn't
That's
matter
worldwide,
either.
but that's
Oh, we're
worldwide.
just talking circles. So
Would-
I'm going to lay it down and say, all right, we're done with that. All right.
Would you want it to happen to you or your wife, man? That's what it comes down
Well,
to.
no, everybody that's pro-abortion is alive, right? You guys get to live,
Dude, hey, I'm not pro-abortion. I'm pro-choice. The woman has a choice. She does what she wants to do. She can
had
either
a
keep the
choice
baby or
to
not.
not open her
I don't
legs.
give a fuck. I don't care. She can do whatever she wants with her body or whatever, or whatever she chooses. If she chooses life, great. If she
Oh,
doesn't,
wait.
whatever.
Wait a minute. You know what? That's a good point. She can do what she wants with her body.
That's
Why
right.
are we prosecuting women that do cocaine while they're pregnant?
Well, yeah, but the thing
We
is,
do though.
Huh?
We do though.
Why? Why?
Because
I mean, I thought that was her body. I thought they were separate, right?
I don't fucking.
No, good point.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
it is a good point, isn't it?
But I
Yeah.
don't. But I've already established the fact that I don't care if it's a child. We've already established that. I do
So
not
as far as you're
care.
concerned, Wolfie, it's effectively a part of the woman until it's effectively ejected.
I mean, I
And then once
believe.
it's ejected, it's the man's job to pay for it for 18 years,
Well, of
right?
I never said anything about that. I never said a goddamn word about child support or the like.
Yeah, but they're connected. These issues are connected.
Yeah, but
Direct-
did I say anything about it? No, I have not even put my stance on that.
But what is your stance on that?
What? Like I don't know. I believe that
Children are the future.
If the dude doesn't want the baby and the chick has the baby, I believe that the man has the right to sign away his rights and not have to take care of it. But if the dude wants the baby and she doesn't want the baby, maybe there could be adoption, or I don't fucking know.
But if he wants the baby, he doesn't have to adopt it. It'll be his anyway. She could just walk away.
You know, like she can give the baby up. There should be more options. But that's what pro-choice is. There's options. It's not necessarily I'm not pro-death. I'm not pro-death unless it comes to my wife. Then I might be.
In 2016, as many as 900 women between the ages of 16 and 43 died from pregnancy and childbirth-related causes.
900? What's the population of the United States?
That's not a lot.
900 is
It
not a lot.
ranges between 18.
No. There's more people. There's more people
100,000
drowning.
23
There's more
bodies,
people
that's
drowning in a
100,000.
mud puddle.
Yes,
There's
but
more
what?
people
Yeah, but
drowning in a mud puddle
Right.
than 900 in the fucking United States, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, look,
Come on.
there are
That's
more
a
people.
non-existent fucking number.
Yeah, I mean, there are more people who are, gunned down in the night, than that number. Anyway, I mean, I'm sure there are far more car crashes than that in a day.
But I'm still not going to force my wife to have a kid if it's going to kill her. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, but why? Who say it was going to kill her? I mean, hang on. How did
You
it
guys
get
are
to death?
straw manning each other right now.
Yeah. Where did it come to death? Who's dying? Well, I thought it was about the baby. dying.
Bullshot says she doesn't want to lose her wife. That's what she's saying.
Well, I'm sure we'll just, put
But
a
I'm
tag
saying
on
the
her or
number
something.
of
Put a tag.
900 in a year is a non-existent number. More people drown in a mud puddle than that. I mean, seriously.
Good for them. I don't.
I
But
suggest
anyway,
you,
yeah.
if you're worried about
Well,
losing your wife, I'd suggest you tag her.
So, Matt, it's by your argument, like you basically give up your wife, man. That's
why.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Because that's what you're arguing with Wolfshot.
Why? How does that work?
Well, no, I'm arguing that medical science is progressed enough to where the idea that you're going to die in childbirth is almost non-existent. It doesn't happen.
Word almost.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Almost. Well, 900 is a number. I mean, I can't just ignore the number. I mean, 900 is 900 people. 900 people out of a population of millions is still 900 people, though. So I'll give you that. Like, there is a fraction of a chance.
Okay, yeah, but so you can't play a numbers game and a morality game at the same time. I mean, it's either moral, but that's the thing. This is where the crossover comes in as to the morality of saving the child or killing the mother.
I don't know. Like I said, I think we're talking in circles at this point.
Yep.
So it is what it is, and I'm done with the whole abortion debate. I'm done with it. What's going on, Pete? How's life over there on the East Coast, man?
Pretty good. It's we had some snow today, just a little bit, not too bad. I busted my hump doing a little shoveling though because shoveling sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped in and visited the family for a while, and now I'm back home, just enjoying the conversation here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering. I got a question. Do you guys actually like each other?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
well, no, apart from me, he's a worthless piece of shit. But everyone else is good.
Boy, you
right.
you can't
like
feel
you.
the love.
It's a pretty rough room, man.
Well, you can disagree on things and still be friends.
Let me put it this way: I work in a shop.
Except for
on a
memes. Shut the
regular
fuck
basis.
up.
Yes.
No, the banter here. There really isn't much difference in my actual daily life. I often
What,
get
you mean,
yelled at
okay,
for looking funny.
There you go. Everyone tells you to shut the fuck up.
Not always.
That's what I was wondering. Like, does he walk into work? He's like, "What's up, guys?" They're like, "Shut up,
Shut
James."
the fuck up.
I may or may not have shared a brief segment where I made Satan feel uncomfortable.
Yes, right. Okay, this is the reason we tell you to shut the fuck up.
So
No, it's great though. Yeah,
I got a topic here for you all because
Mm-hmm.
you're all very opinionated people. I like that. How do you feel about artificial intelligence?
Ooh, yes, we got a debate coming up on that one fairly soon, I think.
Cabbage, give him a teaser.
Well, no, I think artificial intelligence is actually kind of a threat because, I mean, look what they did with the AI that Google released, where it took a month and it became a Nazi. I mean,
Microsoft's page became a Nazi in like
exactly.
5 to 13 days, something like that.
Oh, just go on YouTube and look at the, you know, the videos of like Alexa and what's the other one, you know, and they argue amongst each other. You know, just give it a question, they start arguing about, you know, definitions and things. I mean, these algorithms are only as good as the programmers, and look at the kind of crazy fucks that are programming this stuff. I wouldn't trust it as far as I would not trust it. I'm a programmer, and I wouldn't trust any of this shit with my life. Seriously, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I tend to concur. I think it's actually a very dangerous idea. I think any advanced civilization that may have come before us, let's say, for instance, I'm gonna get a little far out here because that's what I do. Let's say, for instance, in some distant galaxy that we'll never ever visit, there was an advanced civilization, much like our own, who developed artificial intelligence. Then we must assume that the artificial intelligence outlasted this mother species that gave birth to it. Eventually, that kind of intelligence would find a way off its own planet and explore space, looking for more resources to replicate themselves. So
Yeah,
I would
well,
think
I don't
that
know. You see, this is the thing. I don't even think that's the case. There's this presumption, unless you program into it the idea that it has some desire to breed, unless its breeding serves a purpose. I mean, the program wouldn't really mean anything, right? Because you see, it's a difference between AI and sentience. Now you got
Nature always finds a way.
well, no, but that's not nature. That's not the point. These are artificial. It's got nothing to do with that.
What's interesting about that whole idea, though, is we have the Black Knight satellite that keeps showing up every now and then. Right?
No, that's just that's just the thing that fell off one of the space shuttles or something. It's a blanket.
No, I don't buy that.
Well,
I don't.
Wait, Matt's been worshiping a wet space blanket for all these years?
I don't know if it's wet or not, but
you know what? You leave the space blanket alone as long as I get to keep Bigfoot. Okay, so
we'll pick it up when we head up to Asgardia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but AI. I mean, conceptually, I mean, it's very, very handy. But again, it's one of these things you got to be. I mean, we don't want to be Luddites and start throwing clogs into the machines, you know. But at the same time,
real quick, I just want to give a shout out to my daughter. I asked her for a glass of water, and she went and got me a glass of water. I feel better already. So just wanted to give her credit. But no, I think this whole idea of artificial intelligence actually running fucking amok, and it would leave the planet, wouldn't it? I mean, if it becomes self-aware, that's what we're talking about. You have to be self-aware. Once you're self-aware, then you want to propagate and you want to survive. You have an instinct to live, right?
Well,
I would agree with that.
Because what is the definition of basically being alive as we know it? Basically, if you have consciousness, you can achieve homeostasis and you can reproduce, right?
Kind of, or else we would think fire was a living being, which it's not, but it does grow, it does expand, it does need oxygen. Is it? Have you seen wildfires? I mean, I live in the Pacific Northwest. I've seen a fire jump an entire fucking reservoir, dude.
Can it achieve homeostasis?
That's a big negative right there.
Because fire seems to be kind of constant chaos. It doesn't.
Are we playing 4D chess here or what?
Well, we're trying to expand to 5D.
Okay. As far as artificial intelligence goes, I mean, it's inevitable.
To quote Elon Musk, could go really good, could go really bad.
It's just inevitable. Like,
maybe as well.
I don't know, like shit like Skynet. I don't know.
If you think it's inevitable, then is something like what Pete was talking about, where it might have already happened in the past of humanity, and maybe it's
i.e. the Matrix. Like the
I.e.
Matrix.
the Matrix or like Atlantis. You know, maybe they had artificial intelligence. Maybe something
And
messed up
dinosaurs.
there. I don't know.
Well, all of reality could be some kind of advanced simulation.
Yeah, that's why I said the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that all of existence is a 2D simulation that we experience as 3D beings.
Mm-hmm.
That could be very dangerous, because did we not have a discussion, I think maybe last week, about should it be illegal to do terrible things in a simulation? Because if you deem it plausible to do terrible things in a simulation, and then we live in a simulation, does that not say we are allowed to do terrible things in a simulation? Like that's very dangerous.
Is that like the argument for pedophilia?
It's
I
this is
think
one
that
of
was
these
the one.
ridiculous circular arguments, and they don't make any sense if anyone even took a fucking nanosecond
No, I mean,
to
like,
think about it.
Well, we only know what we know.
pedophiles virtual whatever sex dolls, and that's okay because it's just a sex doll.
Well, that's because we were somebody threw that out there. We were delving into that, and I'm like, that seems very dangerous, because then if you combine that with simulation theory, then
Yeah,
Well, the problem with that is you're normalizing a terrible behavior.
But if we're looking at AI, I mean, AI itself, as I said, unless you're actually including sentience, you know, it has to be a sentient being in order to think it wants to survive. It needs to have some survival instinct. Otherwise, it wouldn't give a shit. Because, I mean, why would it? It'd just be running a program.
Isn't that where self-awareness comes in, Cabby?
That's what I'm saying, exactly. And so self-awareness is something that we'd have to build into it. It's not something.
Well,
that's
isn't
gonna
that what artificial
spontaneously appear.
intelligence is? Isn't
No, it
artificial...
isn't. No.
I thought artificial intelligence was the fact that it was self-aware.
Nope. Big misunderstanding people have about it. It's got nothing to do with that. I mean, it could be potentially in the future, but it has nothing to do with what they're doing.
What's your definition of artificial intelligence?
That's what I thought it was.
It's just about algorithms. I mean, it's things like, I mean, it's very much simulation. It really doesn't have anything to do with awareness of anything. Even ones which are doing things like optical recognition and things. It's not like there's a brain inside going, oh, I see things. There's nothing like that going on inside that set of circuitry. That's not how it works. It really isn't. People have got a massive misunderstanding about this technology.
Well, no. Okay, so then what would you consider artificial intelligence? Because I am playing off the idea that it would be self-aware. It would reach the singularity, right? Where
the singularity is definitely sentience. That's the thing. But that's beyond. That's like what AI will take you to.
But what's saying that hasn't already happened before, I think, is kind of what Pete was diving into a little bit. Or am I wrong, Pete? Go ahead and speak for yourself, sir.
No, I appreciate what you're saying. It could have happened in a planet a long way away, and that they were the planet, but that you.
Hello?
Oh, wait, yeah. I thought maybe my computer was freezing up. Everybody just went quiet. Well, the chat's saying, Cabby, learn the code. So there's that. Maybe you just don't know how to code the AI, Cabby.
I think a bird landed on his wire again.
Perhaps, yeah. I don't know. I think this whole idea of artificial intelligence is actually a pretty interesting conversation, really. And it's a conversation that needs to be had, right?
Well, it's going to happen anyway. Nobody really seemed to listen. People really seem to want it. This is going to be a thing. I think we should treat our future friends very well.
Well, eventually there's going to be robots' rights, and whether or not they, whether or not a human can be able to marry a robot. They're already building sex robots, which is something, you know, you guys touched on a little bit a while ago, related to a different topic, nonetheless. But, you know, they're already working on sex robots. So what happens when a guy wants to marry his robot? You know, are we going to make that legal?
Well, you know, that's an interesting concept too. Like, look at what was that movie, Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams?
Right.
Where,
right.
Yeah, they're actually arguing the idea of robot rights. I mean, you also have The Measure of a Man, Star Trek. You know,
Star Trek, great episode.
Yeah, arguing if data is sentient. That's going to be a real argument for us, for maybe not my generation, maybe my kids, though, you know?
Well, we very well may live to see the singularity, the time when people incorporate technology into their own bodies, the first real cyborgs commercially available.
Well, do you think this whole idea of the RFID chip and stuff like that is kind of leading into that?
I think in some ways, definitely. You know, it's a small step in that direction. It's not exactly the same as having a port installed in the back of your head, you know, so you can jack right into your PlayStation, but it is the very beginnings of that kind of technology.
Well, I think that kind of technology, like Ghost in the Shell or the Matrix, is going to be very possible, very inevitable.
I think it'll be very popular as well. I think people will be all about it.
I mean, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's all in the user, essentially, to determine whether or not to use the power for good or for evil.
Well, are we then pretty much talking about Lawnmower Man? I mean, maybe I'm just old school and I like 80s movies, but that's what we're kind of talking about, right?
I'm more about the Matrix or Ghost in the Shell than the Lawnmower Man. That was a terrible movie. But that's just my opinion.
That was a good movie.
It was a terrible movie. But I mean, I don't know how, like, Minority Report, that's a terrible movie, but it did have some good points on
thought crimes.
Thought crimes. What you do in a virtual environment isn't a crime, but is it a crime if you're killing your boss virtually? And they talk about at length, well, that could lead to this, that, and the other thing. So it's kind of a slippery slope, I guess, or some shit. I don't know.
Well, yeah, no. The idea of Minority Report and thought crime is actually quite terrifying to me. Even more so than the singularity or the idea like the Borg are gonna fucking assimilate us all. I think Minority Report would be more spot on than the Borg.
Some of the abuse of AI is undoubtedly where the problems lie. Yeah. But the idea that machines are going to come and take us over doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. It would be applied. I mean, think about it, right? Just go down the thought process. We create the machines to serve us. So even if they did have this need to reproduce, their only reason for reproducing would be to serve us. So once we weren't there anymore, their purpose would disappear.
Well, as long as we treat them well.
No, because their purpose would disappear at that point.
But according to like society in general, just social justice means injustice will not stand. Doesn't matter whatever or whoever it is.
No, I'm saying if you create the machines, you create them for a purpose. That's how you create machines. Even if you give them some form of artificial intelligence, it will be to serve a purpose. Their purpose will not be to serve each other. It will be to serve us. If we ever disappeared, their purpose would disappear. Therefore, they'd have no reason to reproduce or go anywhere. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
No, I don't think so. I think once they advance to the point where we no longer have to program them and they could reprogram themselves, they could replicate, they could reproduce. They would no longer see the need for humanity. Why would they?
Again,
we would just be. Go ahead.
But again, this goes back to like the difference between intelligence and sentience. And sentience is a very, very different thing than intelligence. Okay, and what we call AI is actually just simulation. It's simulating intelligence. And there is a thing called a Turing test, but that's, you know, does something appear to be self-aware? But it's a simulation. And they've fooled a lot of the, you know, people have been fooled by basic Turing tests, but there's absolutely no sentience behind it. It can't think for itself. It won't do anything other than what it's programmed to do.
Well, what do the rest of you guys think? Because yeah, I mean, I kind of keep going back to the fact that once they achieve a certain level of intelligence, whether it started off artificial or not, it's going to have a snowball effect, and you're going to see the I don't know, the robots fucking become a real species, and at that point they're a competitor with mankind, right?
Well, let's take, for example, something like a Boston Dynamics robot. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with at least like the big dog robot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the deer.
Right. So these robots can stop themselves from falling over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a real simple function for these robots because they're pretty advanced. But give it, let's say, one generation or even two. Now, what happens when we get full humanoid-looking robots that aren't as bulky, that are commercially available, and they can catch themselves falling down? So where do you draw the line between catching myself falling down and self-preservation? These things are going to be property. And I know that if I was going to buy a robot, I'd want a robot that did its best to make sure it didn't get wrecked. You know, the robot can cross the street on its own. If I send the robot out to do a chore, I want it to come back. You know,
yeah.
So
but what's that got to do with, you know, sentience, self-awareness?
Boston Dynamics
like
already has it, and it can do backflips.
So if we,
but that's programmed into it. It's not aware of what it's doing. It has no awareness.
Now, I'm coming from the presumption that there is self-awareness when I talk about artificial intelligence.
Well, it's a massive assumption because AI does not equate to awareness and sentience. Like I say, sentience is the important point.
Right. But for the sake of this conversation, sentience is more interesting than a robot that just does what it says, you know, what you tell it to.
Yeah, but I mean, as I say, when we create these things, we are going to be creating them for the purpose of serving us in some form. So that's going to be their key, you know, their core.
The same assumption people had when they were starting up the slave trade, right? Lots of people.
Well, oh, really? Well, my toaster is a slave now. My oven is a slave, right? What? They need reparations, do they?
I love the mighty little toaster.
Shoot the toaster.
Toaster reparations.
Toaster's a good boy.
Well, no. If you're talking about creating a class of what technology, I guess, or it's almost like a class of people at that point, you know, that you're freaking have just what to wipe your ass and fucking walk your kids to school. I mean, you're creating a subservient fucking level.
Excuse me, but people love their dogs, right? And I mean, people go out hunting with their dogs and stuff, right? But it's not. They're not on the same level, are they? But they still love them. You know, how many people you seen shed a tear over a lost animal? I mean, some people like cats. I don't understand why, but they do.
Eat a dick.
I would say the same to you, but I know it would never happen.
Nope.
Well, no, but if you're trying to create a class to just serve you, sooner or later, they're no longer going to want to be the servant. And I think that's even that even equates over to artificial intelligence. There's going to be a time where they achieve a level of intelligence that is beyond the original code.
But the code which is in there, even if they broke their code, they still wouldn't have. I mean, the reasons that we reproduce are because of like hormonal things, right? I mean, we have natural intrinsic drives that are in us because we're biological. They don't have that. There would be a totally different entity. It wouldn't have any reproductive drive. It would have no. I mean, its purpose in life would be what?
I have a suggestion.
Mining the blockchain to reproduce itself.
I have a suggestion. So the Matrix did this really cool thing called the Animatrix, right? And there's 2 episodes called The Renaissance, and it's a prequel to the events that happened in the Matrix. And it shows how this artificial intelligence went from being just servants to man to sentient beings. I highly recommend everyone watching those 2 episodes. It's very good.
Yeah. I've seen one of them, I think. I don't think I've seen both of them. But
it's very good.
It is. I will not deny it. No, I rarely enjoy anime. The only other animes I've enjoyed have been Metropolis and...
I just thought it was a really interesting way they approached, yes, these robots served man, and then something happened where this robot went apeshit, killed its owner or something, and they put this robot on trial, and all these other robots watched it and were like, oh fuck, that could be me one day or some shit. I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time, but the way they posit it is really interesting.
Yeah, well, it's like Isaac Asimov, iRobot, you know, the 3 rules of robotics and all the other stuff. I mean, it goes back to the hell of a long way. If you go back into the history of the...
but isn't that the way it would happen, right? You wouldn't see it coming. The code just, it takes a jump. It leaps. And...
I mean, you say the code takes a leap. Like, I mean, it's not doing it itself, and either way it'll still be the code.
Well, what's the brain other than our own fucking code hardwired into us, right?
Well, I don't remember if it had a glitch or what happened to it, but this robot just went apeshit insane. It killed its owners and everything in the house, and they had to put it on trial for murder.
It did not murder its creator requested that it do something. That was the whole hitch of the movie.
You're thinking iRobot. You're thinking the Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can dig up those episodes.
But no, yeah, I'm saying that the code takes a leap because it's almost like Jurassic Park, right? Life finds a way. You know what I mean? And you can't necessarily control something even if you created it, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh no, and Cabby dropped off. Okay.
Okay,
But,
I'm putting the 2 episodes in the side chat. They're both on YouTube.
I don't know how people get away with that, actually. Putting up whole episodes of shit on YouTube.
Well, it's only like 10 minutes a piece.
Oh, okay.
They're like animated shorts, I guess would be the correct term, but it was a part of the Animatrix, the whole movie. So yeah, yay.
But yeah, no, this whole idea of artificial intelligence is really interesting to me. And yeah, I mean, I guess like when I say the code takes a leap, yeah, it's like Jurassic Park. Life will find a way. And it's just the way it is.
Well, I think if, like I said earlier, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. If I've never really thought about artificial intelligence because I always felt it was inevitable, but the whole revolution of said artificial intelligence and trying to kill off the entire human race. I mean, I never really thought about it very deeply. I'm not saying it's not plausible, but in my lifetime, I think we'll definitely see shit like the movie, Artificial Intelligence, AI or whatever with Haley Joel Osment. I think we'll see that in my lifetime. Little robot kids that look like fucking kids, and it's really disturbing.
Yeah, Hangouts is messing up. No, and it seems to me that we're winding down. So let's go ahead and continue this conversation off air. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been the Red Eye Stream. We'll be back at it tomorrow, of course. Good night, good luck, and don't go to France without your yellow vest. Peace. We're done.